Hey, how you guys doing? So, I figured out I figured out what exactly was wrong, and why my game started crashing just randomly. At least it seemed randomly. What it actually was the dual sheet patch mod, and so I kept uploading mods, right? I kept uploading mods, and I had probably put this in around 50 mods in the dual sheet, but you have to run the patch for it every time you install a mod, pretty much. So at some point, the game became really unstable. If I would have just patched it using this, which I probably shouldn't have deleted my game saves for that, but most likely they had become so corrupted from it not working that it may have worked, but obviously that's the fix right there. Is that if you have this and if you install a bunch of mods, so I had 130 mods, but 12 of them, 12 of those were. Let me show you. I have 111 mods right now, but most of the mods on here were armor, and we don't need that anymore because honestly, we switched to the 3BB armor. Um, but yeah, the other ones too. We had blended roads, all these other ones that you don't actually need um, if you have a texture pack going. For instance, I'm using the Noble Full, and I'm using the Skyrim Floral Overhaul plus trees, and that's pretty much it to make it look as good as it is. And you don't really need any more than that. I turn the loading for the trees up really high. I'm hoping we don't have any problems on this one, but it is possible. It is possible that it's just gonna. It's already gotten a little bit behind. Like if we were to look at these, uh, what I did was I just basically reverted it back to. So we're not using Havoc control anymore. I'm literally just using 60 frames per second. But I'm still seeing physics issues, which I don't actually know why that would happen. So we'll figure it out. Like I said, I'm completely unable to even play World of Tanks. Uh, yeah, I have not been able to play it for. I think I'm going on. I don't actually think I'm going to go back to it. You know, it's going to take me 3 months, 3 months away from it at least to stop being so angry every single time I play that game. It just there's just too many things that make it upsetting. You know, like ever since Christmas for me, I went from having about a 51% win rate to like a uh 50.89 or 50 point. I think it was actually 52% overall. But long story short, 85% of the time, I was low tier, meaning like I was always bottom tier, and I couldn't make unless I popped boosters. I wasn't actually making silver. It took me a week to make 300,000 silver after the Christmas ops, which just made me go 300,000 silver. I have premium time, and even when I pop boosters, I still wasn't making a lot because of the way it's set up. And I mean, that's at tier 8 in a premium vehicle. You're just not getting enough rewards to play World of Tanks, in my opinion. And that's just some of the stuff that's frustrating, but the RNG, hands down, just, you know, that's the part that just really, I can't deal with it. I'm not gonna deal with it, and until they fix it, I don't see myself promoting their game. And as a matter of fact, every time I start my stream, I'm probably going to say something bad about it. How they basically trick you into buying a premium vehicle because you want to make more credits because you want to actually be able to buy stuff. So you go, I'll buy a crew trainer for $50. The next thing you know, you're buying a crew trainer for every country, and then before you know it, you've put $2,500 into the game, and all of a sudden, all of a sudden they have an update, or and I can't hit a damn thing no more. Uh, or if you speak out publicly against World of Tanks, all of a sudden, I can't even play the game without wanting to break my monitor. Uh, so I was basically getting into a cycle or a pattern, which I'm going to tell you, every game, if you go and look at my RNG playlist, you guys can see, what happens is my best games were in losing games, and so I would only get um, I would only get uh, XP for the losing games for the highest ones, and then on the one game that I played terrible in would be the winning game, and it would just happen. It happened at least 3 times a day, and I just got so sick of it because I just felt like I was getting balanced, and it's either that or I was chasing, 3-minute matches, you name it, bad connection to the server. It's just like I said, I really wish that the Congress or somebody would take a look into what they're doing because it's unfair, it's wrong. I think it's just against the Constitution, in my opinion. I know that sounds crazy, but you can't speak out openly about the problems in the game without having the community itself attack you. Everybody in the community blames everybody for it, except for the fact that, you know, RNG shouldn't be in a game at all. Also, you shouldn't have to pay higher money for rounds. You should be able to make a profit whether if it's truly a free to play game, if it's truly a free to play game, you shouldn't have to do that. And then now they got this extra stuff, so you're sticking in every 3 months 6,000 gold for these extra 3D skins, which, I mean, honestly, like I said, it's just getting worse and worse. And when the pandemic ends, I wouldn't be surprised if they don't try to shut down the NA server. Seriously, they'll come up with some excuse, or you'll just start having such bad gameplay that they'll only be running like 2,000 people on the server. Anyway, enough of World of Trash. I would just say if you're new to my channel and you're into World of Tanks right now, I would say don't buy anything. If you buy something, you're trapped. You'll always have that $50 that you spent, which kind of sucks. But anyway, so yeah, one of the things I noticed about ever since so basically when I did the dual sheet patch, the moment I installed it on here, I started noticing all kinds of problems with my animations. Let me actually check to make sure that's not too loud. If you guys can. So I did switch up some mods through this playthrough. I used the more updated version of it's actually called so when I look at my character, you guys can see a little bit more details about the character. But anyway, so it's raining and we are headed to Bleak Falls Barrows. So on this playthrough, I didn't make myself rank 31, and you guys can see that my health is relatively low. So I might be upping that, but we'll see. So I figured since I lost the game saves, so something I could show you guys. It's an error that's been happening to me, which is one of the reasons why I kept trying to fix it, and eventually I uninstalled a mod that broke the game completely, and it's any script mod. So for me, there's a conflict still going on right now. It's mainly physics. Like, I'm running it at 60 frames, but it doesn't feel like I'm running it at 60 frames. I do need to, like I said, this is kind of like a reboot, if you will. We're gonna go ahead and grab. Let's see here, Blaze. I wish these were in alphabetical order. So, open cities. These are the only 2 armors we're really using. That and the Dark Knight. Which, if we start getting owned, I'll have to switch over to it because it's just a better armor. It's a heavy armor. I am not seeing Blaze Eternal here. It's here, I just probably ain't seeing it. Blaze. There it is. So Blaze gives you a spell. It gives you a spell to which teaches you new powers, and those powers are to summon. So we want to summon. I'm going to add that to favorites. So when you summon Blaze, it basically gives you a horse right out the gate. So we want to make him not follow. We want him to always be lit, and we also want to make him unsummonable, meaning like we can just toggle him on and off. Right, so we can just go up to the Bleak Falls Barrow. Like, we're literally restarting the entire thing. I literally just came from Helgen before I was like, okay, we got now my swords, these are the old swords, which means they're overpowered. They're at about 126 a shot. So that's pretty overpowered. If your swords or weapons are too strong, what ends up happening, I think we're gonna clear this out since we're here. We also didn't handle some of the stuff in Riverwood. So I'm gonna go ahead and see here. Let's go ahead and get off this horse. He should stay here instead of getting involved with the fight. I do want to see if that happens. So we have 100% sneak, but I did uninstall the mod that gave us an amulet that gave us 100%. So we ended up with 200% sneak.
You picked up.
I think that's how it would really be in real life. I kind of want to do an animation mod myself, where when you hit a guy with a sword, it cuts him in half, or slices him, or cuts an arm off. I'm pretty sure that you could take some of the coding from, I mean, I'm tempted to try anyway, from Fallout probably 3. Something that's around the same time as this. Maybe not Fallout 3, but... Dang, you detected us for a sec?
Now ain't this a...
We have 100% sneak, which is obviously not enough. Yeah, that sucks. We are not going to be able to sneak up behind a guy unless we're really quiet. Yeah, we don't need any of this stuff from them. I do believe we can get up here with this. Feel free to comment if you guys would like to. If you guys, if somebody up there, if somebody is watching and you guys decide you want to help my channel or support it, there is a link. What's that worth watching? Cut him in half. Well, bad bits in you, Mike. That's how it should be, Like if you swing a sword at somebody, and you hit him, especially with the aggression that you see coming off of this person, it would cut them right in half. It's nice that we can't see anything. I kind of want to redo the get better snow or something because this is pretty terrible. We're gonna go ahead and jump off and see if he stays. What I normally do is just leave him on follow because he will run to help you when you get into a fight. So I usually just unsummon him. I don't know if there's people here or not. But yeah, lobbing off an arm. You know, that's what I'm talking about. Well, no sense in putting band-aids on him, huh? As you kill her, you won't get the best of me. So I recently redid the armor here, but I think I screwed up on it. I have to redo it. I tried to make as many of these 3BB, but there's something wrong. It doesn't transfer the weights properly, so I end up trying to add them myself. But darkness. So another thing I noticed I was having some problems with was the light on this. I was having some issues. Everything looked really odd, and so I turned off FX. So yeah, there is a link on my main page if you're looking to support my channel. Do you see right here? This is one of the problems that I've had. There's something wrong with the lighting. As you can see, there's something seriously gone wrong with the lighting in here. Yeah, I don't know what caused it, but during the uninstallation and reinstallation,
So we're just supposed to sit here while Arvid runs off with that golden claw?
That dark elf wants to go on ahead, let him. Better than us risking our necks.
What if Arvid doesn't come back? I want my share from that claw.
Just shut it, and keep an eye out for trouble.
Is someone there?
damn it. See what I'm talking about? Like, that should have just split his head in two. That's what I'm talking about. Thought you had a lantern. Yeah, I do. It's on my belt. Let me, or do you mean just because it looks so bad? Yeah. Let me see here. We need to change our kill moves. So violin is what it's called. We need to just upload our. I need to just upload my profile. Select. I want to load. There we go. I forgot to do that. Bam. What this will do is it will give us. We'll be chopping heads off a lot more. Heads will roll. So yeah, look, with my lantern off, over here should not be this dark. And you can see that there's a clear line where it just goes from being dark as hell. And so something's wrong with the lighting mod. I don't know how to fix it though. But I did notice that something seriously messed up with it. Yeah, it just, like I said, I'm using lighting overhaul for EMBs, and it just, like, something's not right. Yeah, it could be texture. I don't know what's going on. A lot of times, and this is going to sound funny, a lot of times it will fix itself as you do the playthrough. You know what I mean? So I was pretty sure it was a physics problem. What I mean is, if you run your FPS higher than the game, then you end up with a problem. But the shadow quality and everything looks much better. So I don't know. I mean, I know I did some adjustments in the INI files, but I'm probably gonna have to do some research on it. I couldn't imagine doing an entire playthrough where it looks to me like I need to get like a dungeon mod is what I need to get is, retextured dungeons. It seems to me like the texture isn't working in here. That's what it seems to me. As you can see, this is not the proper, so I'm pretty sure that interiors are not being done. That's what's going on. Is like the candles are correct, but the actual lighting itself is not. And you can see we're getting some transparency and stuff with the hat. Hopefully we can sneak up on this dude. Actually, we don't have to. He's gonna get himself off. Watch. He's gonna be like, I'm just gonna hit this lever and nice work there, Steven. So it's basically snake, whale. Way to go, Skippy. Yeah, we don't need any gold. Yeah, apparently 100% sneak ain't enough, which sucks. We're gonna have a real hard time doing the Dark Brotherhood quest without that mod. I could technically try some other. I mean, I don't think we used. Let me look. Yeah, so basically I gave myself smithing 100 and sneak 100. So with 100 sneak, apparently 100 sneak is not enough to sneak up on some guys. Just kind of crazy. And of course, we gave ourselves this lock pick. But that's pretty much it. Yeah, there's definitely something wrong. Yeah, I'll say I can't tell because I've installed the EMB a couple times trying to see if that's what it is, but it definitely seems to me like the dungeon looks even worse than it did before, because this wood is supposed to be HD textured. I can't tell if it's the stock vanilla. Speaking of rats, I caught one rat the other day. So I redid my floor, right? Redid my floor in my bedroom, or the room I'm in right now. And during that commotion, I must have scared some rats out of the bottom.
Keep it away from me.
Nice 3D cam.
Keep it away from me. Get me out of here. You, over here. It's coming loose. I can feel it.
Yeah, give me the claw, thief. Guy's a straight up thief. Damn thieves. They're tricksy. Could be a bit brighter. But the game looks better. Yeah, it's more realistic if you like, see what I mean? Like, some places are okay, but it should not be this dark. It's not supposed to be that dark. You know what I mean? It's not supposed to be that dark at all. I don't know. As you can see, just using this lamp lights this whole area up, but I will say that this might fix a lot of the lighting issues that I was having before, which I was having. It's called flickering when you go into certain cities. But yeah, you see how black that is? It shouldn't be that way. Now I went to settings. There is an in-game setting here of brightness, which you guys can see does not affect a single thing. You know what I mean? And it's because we're not using the in-game lighting. So just to make sure we don't have any problems, because I did change it, I'm just going to stick it back to the way it was. Yeah, you can clearly see that nothing happens. Now, something that I can do is I could adjust interior lighting. So you can see here that we have, you got brightness, dawn, adaptation. And there should be over bright amp interiors here. Now I could increase the brightness of interiors. So like it's on 33 right now. See how it increases the brightness, but the shadows, nothing, right? So let's see, it's got to be something with shadows. So I'm assuming shadows, some sort of shadows is messed up. That doesn't seem to do anything. Distant shadows, detailed shadows. Yeah, you can see it changes something. So if we were to mess with it, we could technically do, you got the minimum and maximum. I do not see though here. These are actual sunrises and stuff which we wouldn't want to mess with. I'll figure it out though. Like I said, I mean, sneak on by these joggers. Let me see. Was that the thing that was living under the floor? Yeah, man. It's rats. There was just rats under there. Probably 2 or 3. Not a whole bunch. But when I cut the floor, it scared them up through one little hole by my sink. And so I'm tempted to use a filler and fill it in so they can't come through it. There's 3 places in the house where they can actually come up through the floor. So they're little gaps, basically. They're just little gaps. Let's see. Yeah, so I caught one, and I seen another one last night. So I'm assuming there's more where that came from. We woke up the whole neighborhood. Trying to steal my own moves. Yeah, 100% sneak we're supposed to get. We're supposed to literally be invisible. But yet we can't sneak up on anybody. Might be a problem because I probably messed the game up. Yeah, you see how there's no shadows here? At all? There should be some shadows. So, like I said, there's something wrong with the lighting mod I'm using. The problem is that the game, once you use it, becomes dependent upon these. And so if you want to install it, you uninstall it, then you're kind of screwing yourself. So what'll happen is it claims a dependency, and then everything seems fine, and then 5 or 6 saves down the road, or maybe 15 hours of gameplay, you start getting crashes. You can try and reinstall it. Put broken glass bottles on the filter, because the little or big. Oh, I know what you mean. I can also put little nails through there. Will chew your filter. They hit glass. If you stop them, that's what they'll do. Over here, filter. Yeah, you know what? What I've seen was we keep bread above the refrigerator, and they came up behind the fridge, and one of them ate one of our bagels basically from the back. So yeah, you can see here too. Look, so the water. If you look at the water, it's a little bit bright. It's not supposed to be that bright, but you can see it even when it's pitch black. So, like I said, we still haven't gotten all the issues, but we got the game-breaking ones. Hey, to be honest, it looks like the same problem we had before, where, honestly, where we had white snow in the background, but it seems like it's only in dungeons. So what I could actually do is I'm probably going to look for a, dungeons texture. I was pretty sure that this was covered in the, it looks better definition in some places than, than normal. See if we can sneak up on him. See how he's got a shadow? No sneak damage whatsoever. Wow. Cement with glass. Yeah, we don't have I don't have any filter. I don't know what you mean by filters. Are you talking about like water filter or air conditioning filter or heating filter, air filter? Oh, fillers. They'll eat fillers. Yeah. This one is a resin filler, which would make them sick. And it smells really bad. So I have one in my bedroom that I put there, and I haven't seen one since. But, yeah. Yeah, filler. I don't know why I said filter. It's probably because I need better glasses is what's really going on. I want to sneak up on this dude, but... One-handed. One-handed! Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why I didn't even pick up on that. Yeah, I like the shadowing. It's really dark. It's really dark. I have a feeling this is a setting I did when I was going through my imp file. And I basically just made shadows super dark when I probably didn't need to. Cement with glass. Yeah, that's probably I'll say this. Here's the problem, is that it's easier to chew through the particle board that my floor is made from than it would be. So it would only be a temporary solution to maybe trap the rat inside the house. So that way it would be forced to eat a trap in order to go for the trap. They know where I am.
I'm so sorry.
It sounded like you said, "I'm so sorry." Let me see. Brown rats you got over there. They're actually black, these ones. They have black fur. I'm pretty sure there's some sort of a... I actually wouldn't even know what to call it, honestly. But I haven't seen any like it. They're black or gray. Gray looking. And they actually live out in fields and stuff. But they've you know, I'm pretty sure... Now that I'm aware of them and I've forced them, because they were probably coming up through my bedroom floor while I was sleeping. Now here's the craziest and nastiest part is last summer I was sleeping and when it was really smoky and I was just getting bit by all kinds of fleas, it felt like. And I'm pretty sure they were sleeping right underneath my bed. And because there was a little hole in the floor, now I patched the hole with new wood and then I put basically a tape down over it, and then I put visqueen, and then I put the new vinyl floor. So it's a pretty thick barrier, but they can come up through there if they keep chewing, because that's originally what I heard was chewing. Yeah, the shadow quality seems OP on here. That's what's actually messed up, is the shadowing is up too high. I'm pretty sure, but it looks nice. It's just a little too strong, the shadowing. So we just need to check out the claw. The claw. So we got bear, butterfly, owl. Bear. Let me see. You got black over here. You got Lyme disease. Can kill you. Yeah. Yeah. I haven't seen a single rat the entire time I've lived here until I did the floor. Once I did the floor, I started seeing them. So I'm pretty sure what happened is they were only going in so far and just nesting there. I don't think they knew. And then when I started banging and doing all that work, it forced the ones that were there to basically run to the front of the house on top of the beams, or on top of the insulation. And because the insulation has settled over the years, and so there's a good gap about this big for them to be chilling at. I read about it, and it's kind of hard for them to get up there to chew. They have to have something. And when I actually was doing the floor, when I did cut out the place where it was, I found a bunch of debris piled up. So I vacuumed that up. You can get Lyme disease over here, but it's kind of rare, honestly. It's pretty rare. No reason to go quiet. Yeah, I'm tempted to find out how to turn... I'm probably going to look it up here after this. How to turn down shadow quality. One hit on him. The Dragonstone. I didn't know there was potions of water breathing. There's the beacon.
A new hand touches the beacon. Listen, hear me and obey. A foul darkness has seeped into my temple. A darkness that you will destroy.
Yeah.
Return my beacon to Mount Kilcreath, and I will make you the instrument of my cleansing light.
Cleanse the demons. You see how we get a little bit more hang time? Look. See that extra hang time? Yeah, there's some stuff going wrong. I think it's okay, though, to do a playthrough. I just need to... I need to turn shadow quality down is what I need to do, because it's just a little too strong. It's too right. We could also do some sort of dungeons remastered or something. Or something like that. I'm pretty sure that it's just the shadowing quality. So we just need to take care of a couple of things. We just need to take care of a couple of things. Yeah. We need to take care of a couple things in Riverwood before we head over to Whiterun. So, so as you can see, I turned the tree rendering up to like just crazy. It's probably rendering on the other side of the mountain. Seriously. So, I would say that there's probably our only issues, that we get flowing water at a certain distance, but it stops. But it does look a little bit, more realistic. We could turn up, grass density and stuff, but I am pretty sure that it's the shadow quality which is causing us problems. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure it's shadow quality. So, instead of running all the way over there, we are going to go ahead and do PMM. And that should... Actually, I think it's... This is going to open up every location for us. I don't want to go running through mountains trying to find the pathways. But we'll have to be careful because you can break the game if you're not careful. If you, say you go past the guards in Whiterun, you have to basically walk to Whiterun the first time. Otherwise, you'll miss the scene for the companions. There's a couple of quests like that. Here comes somebody.
I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only.
My hands only.
Let's see here. Ah, a letter from the Jarl. Moving up in the world, eh? Looks like that's it. Got to go.
So another mod that I was having a huge problem with was... It was basically some... It says it was basically Skyrim, or I think it was like the People of Tamriel overhaul.
The Dawn Guard is looking for
it was literally busting stuff.
What do you say? That's whatever. If you change your mind,
Silence, moron.
Fight before it's too late. Talk to Isran at Fort Dawn Guard.
Yeah, whatever.
Of Riften.
He just happens to be hanging out here. Like, they'd be okay with an orc. You know? It would not be okay with an orc. So let me see. Brown rats you got over there. And then it says, we got black. Oh, wait a minute. I must have scrolled down or something. Missed some of your comments, but I think I got most of them. We need to return to Craw. So, do you see the flash? There was like a flash of, yeah. I'm going to go ahead and say I'm pretty sure shadow quality is way too high. And I think that's what's going on. Because, I mean, look, the shadow, it looks cool. But if it's actually affecting the lights inside, like, I can tell you right now, the House in Solitude. Like, you guys can see that this place is lit up properly. It's a house indoor, right? I changed her outfit.
Can you have the claw? He'll be so excited. Do you feel all right?
I must be sick.
The sooner you show those thieves, you found it. There it is. Strange. It seems smaller than I remember. Funny thing, huh? I'm gonna put this back where it belongs. I'll never forget this. You've done a great thing for me and my sister.
600. Dang, that's a lot.
It means so much to us to have the claw back where it belongs. Thank you.
So, just to let you know, I had to basically go into the game deeply to change the skin.
Hello,
The
friend.
same skin as mine. And I gave them all individual bodies, which is really hard to do, honestly. It's a little bit too much work. Chicken's walking like a chicken.
Good to see you.
Thank you so much for taking care of those thieves. Oh, a bit of this and a bit of that.
Dude, this guy totally looks like Quixis with the, I'll say, I think it's called SOS Overhaul or something like that. But it's a good, reliable mod. See here. We need to sell some stuff. Stuff that we actually shouldn't have. So as far as armor goes, I have the Ancient Nord armor, which only one NPC has it. We can get rid of these garbage foot wraps. And then I can get rid of all of these. They're basically rings you can wear that do poses, but since we have a hotkey manager, we don't need this. It's like just completely unnecessary. Yeah, we don't. It doesn't matter. It's not about getting the money for them. Whoa! I gave myself 90,000 and I'm already down to 60,000. I don't actually know how that's possible. Let's actually... There we go. Now we can't get rid of the spells, but this should, you sell all the stuff instead of just throwing it somewhere, then the game doesn't have to remember it, because it will delete it out of his inventory eventually. Chicken's walking like a chicken. Yeah, so I'm thinking that I should probably figure out how to turn down the shadow quality. I made a couple of adjustments to my character, which basically one of them is the face. I made it a little bit chubbier because you could see each little pixel on it where it was done. So you can see a little bit of it right there, that shadowing right there. See a little bit of it. When she smiled, you could see it really bad. It looked like it actually looked like little octagons. You could see like the form if you looked at it in the right direction. Okay, so we kind of find out a couple of things here, which is since I've been doing the playthrough a couple times, I found out that both of these guys are asses. Let me see. Oh no, glasses now. So this guy, this elf dude, it loves what's her name, and so does this other dude. And I think we should make them both look terrible.
I'm glad to help any way I can.
Yeah, so adding in the skin to them is, like I said, it was pretty rough. Yeah, the thing is that once you get 20 hours in, that's when you actually start seeing the biggest issues.
Orgnar, are you listening?
Hard not to.
The ale is going bad. We need to get a new batch. Did you hear me?
Yep, ale's going bad.
Good old
I
Orgnog.
guess you don't have potatoes in your ears after all. You're that visitor been poking around. They say a dragon attacked Helgen. Sounds like hogwash to me. They say a dragon attacked Helgen.
Yes,
Sounds like
yes.
hogwash to me.
You
Well,
sound like
let me
hogwash,
if
I
you
know.
want anything. I think I got a clean mug around here somewhere.
So by me changing the skin, it gets rid of the scars.
I'm
Look,
the innkeeper. It's my business to keep track of
it makes
strangers.
him look a little bit odd. I think it looks better. The skin I'm using
You
is
don't get a
actually
lot
just
of
called.
travelers here in
It's just
Riddlewood.
called pure skin. What it's called? 20 hours off good stress. Yeah. Man, I just honestly like it's hella funny if when we talk about World of Tanks, I immediately get anxiety just from talking about it. And I'm sitting there and I go to myself and I'm like, they have this whole promotion thing where they try and get they try and get people um veterans. They try and get veterans. They try and get veterans to get involved in the game. And I'm like, that's gotta be the worst person to get, in a game where it literally your rounds hitting depends upon whether they choose to give you good RNG or not. It's kind of messed up. So yeah, if we don't come over this hill, they start the quest.
Here we go.
The hell?
At last, a worthy opponent. Not
How come I can't get this bastard?
Don't beg me to kill you before I'm done.
Sure I will. And this guy's still walking through the woods trying to get people to go to Dawn Guard. Out of the way. Yeah. So we got some light flicker. Do you see it? We might get mountain flicker as well, but there's no render change on characters, which I turned up, so we should be able to. There should be a problem with some giant, or not a, yeah, I think it's a giant. That if we kill them fast enough, I'm pretty sure it's over here. We just gotta get in there and kill them really quick. Did I put animals in myself? In yourself? No. Should have, though.
Oh, must have run off.
Well, that's taken care of. No thanks to you.
What? I killed the thing.
Ha! Another milk drinker crying about their effort. Glory, and as companions, our glory.
Yeah, whatever. I think, let's see. Otto. That's all the way back to him, huh? Well, I don't want to redo that again. Probably should have saved before we came over. It's possible to get over there and
Well,
kill that
that's taken
giant.
care of. No thanks to you. Certainly not. But a true warrior would have That's
Yeah.
why I'm here. With
Yeah,
my
we killed
shield
it.
gun. An outsider, eh? An order of... And we show up to solve problems if the coin is good enough. Not for me to say. The old man's good. If you go to him, good luck.
If we go to Codlac, he'll basically help us. But usually, if you kill that giant, like if you get in there and kill the giant before they even do a hit, if you can get in there quick enough, which the only way I've been able to do it is to lower the physics level down to the point where the scene actually starts late, and if you kill him before they even touch him, then she'll invite you to join the companions, which you can only do, as far as I can tell. Let's see something here. That's some low frame rate. Yeah, we're loading a shit ton of trees, I'll tell you that right now. The grass, too. There's some frame rate. Low frame rate usually means that the physics are broken or wrong. So something around here is probably moving so fast that you can't see it. And otherwise it should be running, you know, smooth. Let's see if it's the actual horse. Yeah. So it was a light source, and then we have... Yeah, it shouldn't be them.
How do you feel? I think you might be sick.
Yeah, so we probably are poisoned. So I redid her armor in the 3BB. You can obviously tell.
A lot on the wind today. Good hunt ahead of us.
Yeah. Yeah, I put a lot of work into that, I'll just say. Alright. Yeah, I'm surprised with the frame rate. It definitely says that the physics are not correct.
You look strong. Come to your basket.
We also need to... Let me see. J. Investigate. We don't want to investigate the cultists, and we sure as hell don't want to get those. We probably will speak to the leaders of the companion. Yeah, I seen a shadow glitch. Yeah, there's definitely something not right. Yeah, I'm loading trees, like I said. I'm literally loading every tree.
Official business only. Riverwood's in danger too. You better go on in. You'll find the Jarl in Dragon's Reach at the top of the hill.
Frame rate. I'm going to go ahead and save. I haven't seen frame rate in Whiterun like this ever. So, there's definitely something busted.
We'll pay whatever it takes, but we must have more swords for the
Yeah, we
Imperial
shouldn't be
soldiers.
seeing this frame rate here. Dang, this is not good.
That size on my own.
Go ahead and quit. So I'm going to say, I think that our problem lies with shadows. So let me see. Now I could do a couple of things here, which is one, I could return the actual game itself using this tool. I can turn the stuff down. Like I can basically turn VSync off. Right now I have the frame rate locked. Havoc is on. We could turn it up to 144, or I could even turn it up to 70, even though we're not going to run it at 70, which might fix some problems. It might break some stuff. We can do the recommended tweaks, and then I could basically turn this to ultra, which will reset the tree loading range, which we probably don't need to be loading that many trees. So yeah, I have these distances up hella high. So actor fade, this one says select the actor fade distance. You can manually type in custom values. So we wouldn't be able to see actors, you know, beyond a certain range. So this will all make everything just a little better. But I would like to see the trees and stuff. So set the maximum distance for Laud. level 4 higher levels are farther away. So if we were to increase these, block minimum distance. So yeah, level 4 multiplier. So if we return it to stock, it may actually bust the game. For all I know, I could return it, but I think this is probably where our stuff's gone bad. Grass density. We could turn this up. The only thing I really want loading is the trees. We can turn that up. Far off tree distance, and we could probably turn the grass density up. I'm just gonna leave that one alone though. Tree animation, yes. This should be fine. It should fix some of these issues. 64-bit rendering, and then we don't need this on. And then shadow quality is one of the things we did notice. So this one says, yeah, disable music. Yes, we don't want the debugging on. Always run by default. Remove borders. The interface. We got this all set up. Fix map. Menu navigation. Remove map blur. Let's see here. Sky reflection, tree reflection. I think I did turn some of these on and they shouldn't be on. Reflective driver 2. Draw distance. Tree shadows, land shadows. I don't think we need tree shadows on, but they do actually add on some to the processor. Remove shadows. Then this will basically be stock. We can change this in game if we want to, but yeah, we'll see what it looks like. Remove grass, fade in. Toggles the gradual fade in effect of grass. Yeah, I don't know. I think it'll be fine. But I haven't. I mean, I already went to Whiterun, and I also went out into the field earlier to test it, and it was fine. But this should return some of the shadow quality, because I mean, there's something definitely wrong with shadow quality. One of these I have adjusted. Sun shadow transition. If enabled, shadows will move according to the sun shadow update setting rather than constantly moving from the sun. Ambient allocation. I don't think that has anything to do with it. Water. Yeah, the shadows are what seems to be messed to me. But yeah, I think returning it to normal should be okay, like how we have it right now. Let's go ahead and that should save us up. I heard once you do that, you can't actually load the game again with it, but we'll see. I can always extend it. All right. I actually turned. I was using, like I said, I had a bunch of mods you don't need, like road blending and all that stuff. I didn't need any of that. But it definitely, I'm gonna say, definitely feels to me like, well, it has felt to me that we're getting issues.
Why don't you swallow that stubborn pride of yours and ask Yorland Greymane for help?
I'd sooner bend my knee to Ulfric's Snowcloak. Besides, Greymane would never make steel for the Legion.
Yeah, see, the trees aren't rendering all the way. There's a different layer of it. Same with the grass, but it doesn't seem like that's the actual problem. Yeah, look at that. Frame rate. So, yeah, we should not be seeing frame rate drops here. Not with how high we have things. I don't know what would cause that. We're using half the mods. Literally half the mods that we were using before. Like, I cut all those visual mods down significantly. But now we're getting we're getting some frame rate droppage, which isn't normal, which would tell me it tells me that there's something up with our settings. So we obviously seen some really weird lighting effects. I'm gonna go ahead and say the weird thing too is I'm using a texture improver mod. And I'm pretty sure I can't uninstall it. I'm pretty sure if I had tried to uninstall it right now, it's supposed to make the texture run better. So what I'm actually thinking of doing is swapping out the Noble Skyrim pack for the, I'll say the other one, but we shouldn't be having a single problem with any of it. Let's see. So here is the Schmims patch. Noble, apparently I didn't install it. This might actually be the problem. Let's go ahead and install that. Go ahead and install it. It says, so it says here that we want the Smims patch. I think we actually want this to come before the patch. And then static mesh improvement, Smims would want it to come after. And after optimized textures. It says not to overwrite optimized textures, which clearly aren't working. This is the mod I'm thinking I didn't need to install. A patch shouldn't affect anything, but we are definitely seeing some issues. So now that I've installed this, we're going to need to repatch the game, because this is be a mod that's not actually touched by. So this is how you install the dual sheath mod. So if you just want to see the dual sheath, like so two swords to use on your back with two swords there, you have to uncheck the actual game files like that. Hit OK. This does take a little bit of time, but I'm actually kind of concerned that we're having issues with frame rate, considering that I actually decreased a lot of the load. And now all of a sudden, I'm going to say I even installed a mod that's supposed to help your textures, but as far as I can tell, it's actually having the opposite effect, and it's most likely because it probably needs to be the last thing, because I'm actually overwriting it, and I think the best thing I could do is probably just change that and basically change it from overwriting to basically have it on top of everything. So it should be like the last thing, because it says not to overwrite anything with it. So I think I've done it right. But I'm not seeing anything, so go ahead and set add script. And all this does is creates a patch, a dual sheath patch. And then that way you can have two swords. But I am going to take a 5-minute, and I will be right back. LOL. The hell have I got you guys listening to? Still processing. All right. You might hear my son playing a flute. We got him when we got our first stimulus check. That was what I got my son, was a flute, like $400. Come to find out, though, I don't think it's a real. I don't think it's a real one. I think it's a copy, and it just says it's a real one, but we'll see. So we're waiting for the deployment of it. So I was sitting in there thinking that what's going on is the physics is broken. What I mean is that the physics is not running properly. So we can do a couple of things while we're actually waiting here, which is go to Documents, and I can rerun this. Everything should be set the way we had it. Recommended tweaks. We could either unlock the frame rate, right? 144. This is what I did before, and it was running really good. And so I basically, what I did though is I locked the frame rate at 60, but I turned the physics up to 144, and it seemed to make it work a hell of a lot better. So yeah, let me see. Shadow. Let me see. Skyrim Special Edition. Shadow. Shadow qual. Shadow quality. Actually, let's do SSE. See, dungeon. Well, for some reason I'm not signed in anymore. Let me re-sign in. It says I'm already logged in. And why are you giving me an error? Dungeon overhaul. This Bleak Falls Barrel revisited. So it's just a single one. That's not worth doing, I don't think. Let me see. Your son could be like the Pied Piper and play them dirty rats. Okay, so this is done patching the game. So we're good. Go ahead and do this, and it's going to save the patch. And then we just redeploy the mods. But turning the frame rate up, just going to say, turning the frame rate up slows the physics engine down a hell of a lot and gives you a really good performance. But as you go, the saves start getting out of desync with each other, and I don't know how to fix that. But, whatever. I think this should fix our problem, hopefully. Is it still deploying mods? Or is it saying we need to? Did it not deploy one? Okay, so we added a patch, which shouldn't be any problem. We're going to go ahead and just check. I would hate to get, 40 hours in and have to restart again, Let's see if there's any errors. So the unofficial Skyrim patch and the Dawn Guard, I had to go through a really crazy step to remove all the broken files. So now it really just comes down to this, and that is, do we want or do I want? Let me put this over here. Do I want? So yeah, let's see what happens here. Like I said, it makes the game run a hell of a lot better because the physics engine is not in sync. Even though it says if you run it in 60 frames, it shouldn't do anything. But let's see, that would be a tear in my eyes. Yeah, that's weird. Look at this. That's odd. Look at this. Oh, I'm using the wrong. Oh no, this is the right Skyrim, but the EMB isn't working. I just realized it. Show shadow windows. Limit FPS, no. Engine VSync, yes. We don't actually need that on. Shadow cache on. Let's go ahead and load. Yeah, I just noticed something, and that is usually this. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say I don't think the EMB is working. Not correctly, anyway. I think that there's probably a file missing. That's my guess. I know of a quick fix to check it. The shadow quality is still ridiculous. We're still getting lower than normal frame rate. You see the little edges?
You look strong. Come to your Vasker and be a companion.
Blood on the wind today. Good hunt ahead of us.
Yeah, look at that. Hell of low frame rate. See how the flowers are glowing as well? It's definitely the EMB. Go ahead and save. Let's look at our save real quick. It's black. Let's try again. Yeah, it's definitely getting behind. But the physics engine shouldn't be getting taxed really hard now. But it's definitely the EMB. So I'm going to go ahead and check something really quick. It definitely seems to me like that EMB is not working correctly. So the easiest thing to do for the EMB would be to reset it to stock, which, or we don't even have to do stock. We could just do it. See here. I'm really surprised that I've had this much problems. I mean, I literally had it running perfectly. And then just all of a sudden I started getting all these frame rate drops. And it's exactly what's happening now, which means something's gone crazy. You know, something's... Like, I lowered down the physics of this substantially. So one of the easiest ways to fix this is I have a backup of documents. So we've been using these extra shadow qualities and all this stuff. But back when the game was actually functioning properly, these were the two that worked. So I'm going to go ahead and basically copy these. I'm just going to put them here. I didn't want this though. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy these, and then we're going to go ahead and delete all that. Paste those in. That's my old ones. Should have everything set the way that I had it before when it was running really good. I would say that probably the other thing that might actually help would be to not run this thing. To not run it in. See, we go to display. Right here, display borderless 1. Borderless 1. And this one should be 1 as well. This is going to make it full screen, basically. It'll make it full screen. We got this on. This is how it was set up before we did anything. So I'll just keep it at full screen now. These are the old, or I should say new. Let's see. It might desync from my saves, but we can get it to resync. But see, I'm gonna go ahead and we have extras here. So this ought to return things back the way it was before I started messing around with stuff. I thought I would try and extend the tree view myself. But we're only like 2 hours into the game, so if I stop and fix it or just quit. So this is where what I think is actually the problem is I am pretty sure it's the EMB. So it would be this stuff here. So this stuff is what I think's busted is. For the actual the EMB, you need these DIL files, which I'm pretty sure I have. Go ahead and copy them. And then we have our old settings. I'm going to go ahead and copy those. And I'll just paste them into our current folder. But yeah, I'm actually really surprised that I'm seeing what I'm seeing. So the other thing I think, since we are having performance problems, what caused it before for me to have such a bad problem was the Noble texture pack not using the performance version of it. So let me actually go to his site. I'm pretty sure I might have deleted it on accident. It was running so good before that I think I might have deleted the performance edition. It'll take a little bit of time for it to download, but we can check it really quick while it's doing that. I'm gonna just stick this over here. So basically, what we're doing is we're running it at 144 hertz, but we're running the actual game engine itself at 60. So yeah, it should load slower. All kinds of stuff. We'll see here. But this should change color when we look at it. Yeah, there it is. So something was not right there. It was not loading the actual EMB properly. I don't know what it was. It's probably something I set, maybe. Got VSync on, so it's not going to go past 144 hertz. We don't have the limiter on. The game is actually doing all the work for us. And we don't have cloud shadows, and we don't have the fire, but we have extra reflection and all that. So this might actually be the problem, is that the EMB might have been installed wrong. So you can see here that it's not recognizing the saves. So we're going to just go ahead and quit. There we go. And then I get a black screen because it's in full screen now. And then I just need to check. Let's see, it's only a quarter downloaded. So they're the same. So the cool thing about this, let me see, 40-hour reset. Got a non-Skyrim question for you, lol. I'm watching Expedition Bigfoot right now. All. So, what do you think about it? I haven't seen it. Me and my son like to watch Ancient Aliens here and there. You know, Ancient Aliens. But that's pretty much it. So we hit game saves. I think I have to restart this to get it to recognize or to write the stuff in the correct imp file. So I'm just gonna minimize this for right now. I think that the way I had it before was the best way. And what I mean by that is, let me see. Documents, game files, Skyrim Special Edition, and then we'll go to, I think it's here. We go to display borderless 0. Full screen. I'm pretty sure we had it like this. 0. Whoa. 0 and 1. Control S. I'm pretty sure this is what we had. Yeah. Control S. I think we'll leave it the way we had it when it was running the best. Which, here's the thing. Let me see. Skyrim Special Edition. Lock or set FPS 60. Dang it. There was a really nice setting that I used, which is different from want 60 plus FPS. No. Locking FPS in Skyrim. So I used one that was like this. Yeah. Block frame rate 1 in display under Skyrim. So let's go there. Skyrim Infinite Ini. So it should be here under display already. Display. Block frame rate. And then 1. So I'm thinking about leaving this at 0 and using the limiter, but because anytime I seem to depend upon the game to do it, it seems to break stuff. So I think we're going to leave that. I'm going to leave that, and then I'm going to look for Havoc here. Make sure our Havoc is set right. So this should be set correctly right here. Should be set for 144 hertz, which we're not going to be running. I'm going to try and use the limiter on the EMB and see how that works. But if not, let me see here. We'll go back to display. And we want, yeah, VSync we would want we'd want this on. But we'll let I'm gonna leave that alone actually. I think we're gonna, yeah, clamp 0, local save game path. This needs to be changed, but where is controls, decals, display, and we want block frame rate. So this is the one we would want to change if it's all messed up, because there's no reason to run 144 hertz if you don't need it. And I'm going to go ahead and say the only thing I know that would cause the frame rate to drop, and what it did before, was the actual, the Noble texture pack. And also I have it in combination with a mod that, so there's the Noble, and then there's this I think it's called texture. This one, optimized textures, does not seem since I've been using it, seemed like my game has not been running very well at all. Just gonna say, hasn't been running well at all. I would like to remove it, but if we look into the game file itself, it's just textures. So we should technically be able to remove it without any problems, because all it's supposed to do is optimize textures, which it's clearly not doing. Otherwise, we would be getting really good frame rate. I had better frame rate before I was using this. This is the only difference between this now. And so if I go to the guy's website, it says it's just supposed to, make it so you don't use as much VRAM. But I don't have a problem with that, so it's almost an unnecessary mod. And I do remember it having a conflict when I did it, but this is what it says it does. It goes, it's like this is before, right? And then after. It's a little clearer, as you can see. It's supposed to make things just a little bit clearer, so I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see if it. I'm not ready to remove it just yet. It's not game breaking. You know what I mean? It's not game breaking. So if it's just textures, it should not do anything unless it is, intermixed or corrupted with a game save that shouldn't have it. And like I said, we might be running something that cannot work with it. For instance, the Open Gates mod. That mod itself is just going to say, yeah, so we don't want to install it yet. We want to uninstall. We can leave the patch. We want to uninstall the Noble pack. There's a lot of stuff underneath it, so we're going to have to basically make sure that it's overlaid properly. What are the good things? What are the good things about this? Okay, so now we want to install the Performance Edition. I haven't really seen a difference. It's just that far away. HD is supposed to be better, but I'm not even in HD. I'm using, I'm not using ultra high definition. Okay, so we want this to come after. It says not to overwrite anything, but we're overwriting it right now, which makes me think that it should be we should be going before it. And I'm going to actually change over right now. Yeah. It says not to overwrite it with anything, so that would mean it would be overwriting everything. So I'm thinking we need to put everything before optimized textures, which is a lot of stuff. So static mesh, we want this to come after static mesh. The patch, we want it to come after the patch as well. The Noble, we want it to come before the trees, because we want the trees to actually show. We don't want them being overwritten by the Noble. Although, it says 9 files. That's not a lot. I'm tempted to go after. Optimize textures, we're going to go before. I'm going to try and put everything before optimized textures to see if it changes it. Because other than that, I'm going to remove it. Noble comes after that. Yes, Noble before. No, that's not right. The Noble Sims patch should come after that. So I must have clicked it wrong. So the Noble Performance Edition comes after the SMIMS patch. So why would this one? It says the SMIMS patch comes before the Noble Full Pack Performance Edition. That's not right. It should come after. Yeah, we literally have it set here to. Oh, wait a minute. Let me see here. Performance Edition comes after. It should come before, because you want it to be patched. Okay, well, at least we caught it. Okay, the optimized textures says before this. We actually want it to come after, so it's probably up here more. Find anything with optimized textures, and we're going to reverse it. This one just says before the mail overhaul. So where is that at on here? I don't even see it. It must be up further or something. Because this should be after. Optimized texture, we're going to go ahead and go after. Optimized textures after. It even is suggesting it. Optimized textures, we want it to come after realistic waters, which I already have. We've seen some weird issues with that. Optimized textures after Skyrim Floral Overhaul. Optimized textures, so Skyrim Overhaul comes before, that's correct. We want this after SMIMS, yes. Skyrim Floral Overhaul before the Noble. Static Mesh. You know what? Skyrim Floral Overhaul does the grass. If we actually do this, the grass will be messed up. So let me go back to that. Skyrim Floral Overhaul. Skyrim Floral Overhaul, and we're gonna make it go before, because if we do that, then we aren't gonna see the Skyrim Floral Overhaul. Okay, so optimized textures comes after. Optimized texture comes after that. Optimized textures, this comes before. So we're gonna overlay the optimized textures, except for SMIMS. I know SMIMS is always want to be on the bottom. So this should fix it. And I mean, if not, we're gonna remove it altogether. Deploy. And so basically it says not to override anything with it, but does that mean you need to, like what we just did is we overrided everything with it. So I'm tempted to just remove it because we had better performance without it. So who cares if you're using VRAM if you're having FPS drops. So, all right, we're going to start this up. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that when we go into Riften, it's just going to be like 40 frames per second. If you can't even stand in front of Whiterun, there's something wrong. You know what I mean? Might even need to do a new reset. So when you're looking at this, when the EMB turns on, it should change color, just like you just seen. And that's because it's overlaying the texture pack. So we should probably start not seeing the shadows screwed up. And I think that that's probably the main issue. I think all the other mods we did, I don't think we even needed to mess with them. But I'm probably going to check this out, see if our frame rate's fixed. And if it is, we're going to go ahead and run the dual sheath patch again, just to make sure. And I'll do a back save, which... So... Yeah, I can already see the difference. But we're getting a much higher frame rate, and we don't want that. We want to actually have... Performance, engine, frame rate's on. We want to actually limit ourselves to 60. And what this should do is give us a solid frame rate. Yeah. Yeah, Performance Edition does not look as good, and the trees don't have as high a quality, it looks like to me, as they did before. Yeah, I'm tempted to reinstall the other one, since I do think... Yeah, look at the shadow quality. It's not quite as heavy. So it definitely looks better to me. The frame rate and everything looks nice and solid. So I think we can go ahead and reinstall it. Let's go ahead and I'm curious. Was she just skipping?
I work with my mother, sell fruits and vegetables. It's fun most
What time
days.
is it?
Hard work.
5, huh? What's her name should be working at the forge. I wonder if we screwed some stuff up. Let's go check it out. Yeah, if you see glitches in the matrix, then you know something's wrong. It looks fine to me. I mean, it looks way better. The schmims is working. You can always tell because ropes look like ropes. Yeah, what happened to her? The girl that does the forge.
Well met, Kinsman.
Silence! Out of the way, dude.
Patron of the great clan Battle Power. A name I'm sure you know well.
Alright, there's no reason to save. We're just gonna go ahead and quit. Desktop. So we've obviously found what it was. It was the coupler. And it was my INF settings that were messed. So we're gonna go ahead and reinstall this and then see. Uninstall. Oh, that's the patch. It's fine. We should reinstall the patch over the top anyway. So do that. I don't even think we need the patch because this patch is for this patch is for NSM. I don't even think I have. Let's actually check it out. So it's a patch. Yeah, this patch is only needed if SMIMS, if you have SMIMS. Okay, so we do need this patch. I'm gonna go ahead and delete that. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and reinstall the 2K version. Should hopefully it asks us again to recheck for what's being overwritten, so we can basically make sure that we're having the optimized textures after. I do think was the main problem. It does look like it's not remember. Oh, there it is. Okay, so it did. It's nice when you can just reinstall it. So we want this to come after SMIMS. We want it to come after optimized textures, before floral overhaul, and then everything else should be set already. Okay. There we go. Cycling conflicts. Let's see, what did we cycle here? It's saying that the Skyrim floral overhaul goes over. Oh, it shouldn't go over this. Let's check that again. We'll go to manage rules. So one of these is not doing it right. So we have the overhaul after that. Let's see. Noble comes before that one. Noble comes after that one. Optimized textures is being overwritten. We wanted it to come before optimized textures. I'm pretty sure that's where we messed up. Because we want the optimized textures coming after everything. So the Benjen Wives comes after. It should be before. Did it rechange all of them? We're going to have to double check this. So we want optimized textures over the top of everything. So we don't want to override it at all. So this needs to come before. Benjen Wives comes before optimized textures. Benjen NPCs comes before optimized textures. Noble comes before Skyrim Floral Overhaul. Skyrim Floral Overhaul is the one that apparently is overriding optimized textures. Let's see, optimize textures. So this one comes after, that's correct. Optimized textures. Where are you, optimization? So high res face comes after optimized textures. Comes after pure skin. Immersive armor. Optimized textures right here. If it comes before this, it shouldn't. So I remember it being up here. I have it after. It should be before. There we go. That's what messes stuff up. If we want this to be over the top of everything, because when it was underneath, it was clearly not working correctly. Okay, let's go back to optimize textures. Everything needs to go after or before it, actually. Dang it. I'm doing it wrong. If everything's coming after, we're just re-overwriting it. So, yeah, this one comes before. Optimize texture. This one comes before. We just need to check to make sure. We don't want anything coming after optimized textures. We want everything to come before. After. This needs to be before. Before optimized textures, so it'd be on the top. There we go. Try and find the more optimized texture stuff. Optimized textures. This comes after, we want it before. Optimized textures. Before. No, after. Nope, before. We want it over the top. That's right. Keep forgetting. All right. Optimized textures. Optimized textures. Is it going after? This one says before pure. It shouldn't go before pure skin. We need to find that. Optimized textures, pure skin. Before face makeup after. I actually am kind of curious. Let's see here. How exactly does that even happen? And maybe we checked it off over here. So optimized textures. As you can see, this one comes after that. It comes before this though, and it shouldn't. We need to change that one as well. Just we need to find anything with optimized textures and make it come after. Optimized textures, not seeing it. Here we go. Optimized textures. This one comes before it. That's correct. This actually should come after XP32, but it says suggested to do it before. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it. Standalone version. Static mesh. Yeah. Everything comes before that. The optimized texture. Okay, so this is where we should see it right here. So we have it, we want it to come before optimized textures. So that should fix that one. But there's the one that's the Skyrim, was it mail overhaul, and it's not right. Yeah, this should be after, because you want to overlay the skeletons from this. There's 3 files. You want those to be overlaid over the XP32. You don't want the XP32 over the top of this. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. SMIMS comes after. SMIMS add-on comes after that. So there's one that's missed, and that's basically... So this one comes before, which it should. Before optimized textures coming after everything, basically. Or stuff coming before, it's the same. Yeah, before optimized textures. 74 files that would not be getting optimized. I'm pretty sure we're okay. Let's check it. We do need to install the Schmims patch. And then I'm going to go ahead and run the dual sheet patch. And then we're going to check it. We'll run some more. We have some redundant mods. Let's see what it says. High res female face makeup for... that's actually incorrect. We're going to go ahead and reinstall that. That's what we're going to do, the high res texture. Let's go ahead and install this. Schmims patch. We are using Schmims. Good old Schmimmer. Okay, Schmims patch. It needs to come after the Noble, and it needs to come before optimized textures, and then we need to find the high-res makeup. High-res makeup. High-res makeup. It's easier just to... Okay, here we go. Here's another one. So we want this to come after. Yeah, you want the Schmims improvement. Wait a minute. This is... Yeah. Static mesh improvement mod. This one needs to come before the Noble. Why would that one not even be marked? Did I not mark it before? Because this isn't the Schmims patch, I don't think. I hope it's not. It'll say we have redundant rules and stuff if something's messed up. Deploy. High res. So we'll just type that in there. High res makeup right here. Let's go ahead and just reinstall that. And we'll just overlay it. So it should not be a redundant. It should be overlaid so that the characters actually have high resolution makeup, which it's basically stock gives them makeup without you having to even mess with them. So it really does a good number. Okay, so we have, this needs to come before that. And then this needs to come before the optimized textures. High res female makeup needs to come after that. I think that's it. Should be fine now. Yeah, it's not a redundant mod. Now I could do the textures for high polygon head scripts and stuff, but we don't need high polygons because, yeah, like it says redundant. Why is this redundant? I guess it has to go over the top of those textures. Okay, high res. Let's try this again. I'll go to the... I'm going to just reinstall it because it's easier than trying to find it. So that basically means, honestly, it means this. If this is being considered redundant, that means that the optimized textures is basically overriding everything that makes this game look good, which makes me think that it does need to be overlaid. I don't think we can use it, honestly, with Vortex. I think that it's a mod we should probably just remove. I'm going to go ahead and say I don't see it to have any benefits. So the optimized textures, I think we should just go ahead and uninstall it. It's basically caused nothing but problems for me. And I think it's not worth having, in my opinion. It's supposed to make your textures look a little better, but it just, the amount of problems we've been having since I used it. Yeah. So I think that the best thing to do now is to run our patch. I also need to get the game saves tuned up, so I just need to close down Vortex, reopen it. It should rewrite onto the imp file that it's a save. As it does its thing, like when I click onto here, it should rewrite everything. Has it really been 51 minutes since our last save? So I've been sitting here for 51 minutes basically repairing some texture bugs that I didn't even notice because it was raining when I went through the first 2 hours of gameplay. Okay, so refresh. Okay, we should be able to now start up Skyrim. To Skyrim. Actually, I don't want to have coffee. It's funny on the title of this. On the title, I have it literally says got things sorted out. Nope. You only thought you got things sorted out. But we did fix the thing that was causing that lighting problem. I'm pretty sure of it. What I think happened is I think I used the wrong coupler. It's basically a part of a mod that a guy made that actually is the foundation for what all of the EMB shaders, which make things. It just makes the lighting and everything look much better. Okay. We're getting some pretty high frame rate. I'm going to go ahead and say that it should be locked in. We should be... Where is it? There it is. We want to click the limiter and save. And then this should give us, in theory, really amazing performance. We just want to make sure, like, at 5 o'clock she just stopped working. It's not normal. She usually, will work.
I work with my mother to sell fruits and vegetables. Did you know there are some fruits that actually grow better in the cold weather?
Silence, infidel.
With this talk of dragons, world gone mad, I say.
Damn those gray mains to oblivion.
Grow
They
some
wanna
hair,
back the storm
okay?
cloaks, they'll get what's coming to them.
Grow some hair, buddy. Okay? Grow some hair. What do you got? Some horrible dandruff, dude? What's going on, brah? What's going on, huh? Huh, brah? I don't know. Why don't you get some better armor?
The cold frightening, huh?
Oh, you don't like that? Let me just... Oh, are you going this way or are you going that way? Which way you going? Sons of bitches. I kind of want to get a mod that does an overlay over all the elderly people and gives them proper clothing at the same time and doesn't use the game clothing because like you'd want the stock clothing for elderly. I mean,
You'd be surprised how much work it is selling things at a stall. It's not all standing around and chatting.
I have my mod thing just set right in front. It looks like we do have things sorted out though. Just gonna say. You got like a pig. You're telling us pokey pies. Pokey pie. Jesus. She like literally went straight through that big ass door. I think we got it though. Right? Hooray! Boing, 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 boing. Happiness 5. What about happiness 3, huh? Happiness 3. Funny, huh? She looks like she's like... So I'm using a different... It's basically the latest updated version of... Basically, it's called MFG. But this is actually called... It's called different. It's MFG something. It's the newer version of it, which means it shows what you're currently set at. So look down is at 19. And then 79 for the E. And then at that. And this is how it makes you look like you're smiling. I don't really like this one, but let's see if we do it again. So whenever she does anything as far as an animation goes, Isn't that funny?
I work with my mother, sell fruits and vegetables. It's fun most days, but hard work.
Yeah, it's too OP. It's too OP for this. Let's see. I, for some reason, do not have monetization on. I must have forgot to turn on my monetization. So basically, we were watching this for free. That sucked. It's okay. It's okay. We should be seeing some amazing everything now. Look, it didn't remember its yeah, the frame rate, the FPS limiter is not staying on. Go ahead and do save configs. It should remember FPS limit. This should stay on regardless. Unless I'm doing some sort of hotkey. I might be using a hotkey that's activating this on and off. That might suck. Let's see, where is hotkeys at? Effects, global. Is there any hotkeys? Where is it? I think it's under fix. No. This one. No. File, gluten. The gluten. Input. Yeah. So, when you hit home key, it turns the FPS limiter off. I don't actually want this even enabled. No key. There we go. Show FPS. Yes. Screenshot number 45. What the hell is that? Key editor. 13. Eh? Shift. Key combination. Oh, I'm assuming if you hold shift and hit like F12, for instance, plus 1, 2, and 3, you can turn effects up. But we definitely don't want a key on that. Because we do not want to have... So basically, every time I was hitting this, we were getting higher than normal FPS. But it should be like, you know... That's pretty funny, huh? Yeah, there's some amazing physics going on here. I don't know if you see it or not. Can I show you? Here, let's disconnect from the character.
Like you. Then I took an arrow in the knee.
Look at even the legs move. Seriously, the legs move.
Did you know there's some fruits that actually
Everything that should move is moving. It's crazy. I think it's hella realistic. When she walks, it looks like a real person. Yeah, it's attractive and nice for a little bit, but it's more about the realism, you know? You know? Yeah, the reds are still a little red, though, huh? It's pretty damn red. Bloodiest beef in all the rift.
Lately, it seems I am more nursed. These are trying times for us all, I know. Many come to the Temple of Kinnereth to pray, and I assist them as best as I'm able.
Yeah, whatever.
Grace of Kinnereth.
Whatever! Silence!
I ain't done nothing.
Life's hard enough with all these men prop. That bard Mikhail is begging for a dagger up against his throat, the way he goes on about me. I heard him boasting at the Bannered Mare, saying he'll conquer me as a true Nord conquers any harsh beast. Huh! If you want to try, go right ahead. I don't think anything will get through that thick skull of his, though.
All the women in Skyrim are mine, so I don't know what she's tripping. We gotta protect our turf.
Remember, fresh fruit and vegetables every day.
Especially since we're like 7 foot tall. Seriously, I actually made her shorter, and somehow over 2 hours, she's become the tallest person in the game. Pretty funny. There's Mikhail. What's up, Mikhail?
I'm a bard by trade. Carlotta put you up to this, didn't she?
No.
I'm sorry, but that fiery widow is mine. She just doesn't know it yet. What did you just say? All I heard was a sound of jealousy.
I'm not gonna pay his ass.
I don't have to take that from you. Come on, see what you're made of.
Eat shit, buddy.
Damn you.
Oh, get comboed. You want some? Huh? You gotta leave my girl
I know
alone.
how to throw a punch, I'll give you that. You win. On my
Better
honor,
win, I'll kill
Carlotta
you.
won't have to worry about me ever again.
Yeah, like I made her so she's actually like even now. I mean, I made her a good 5'10", and she's still almost taller.
To Whiterun from old Rorikstead.
Pretty funny.
And the braggart did swagger and brandish his blade as he told of bold battles and gold he had made.
All right, I think we've got things set. I think to to continue. I will say that we do need to do a patch really quick just to make sure. Yeah, a lot of times if you do if you're having problems, if you do a quest and if the voices aren't matched up or the mouth is messed up, that can be okay if it fixes itself, because that happens anyway. But anyway, let's run this patch. It takes a little bit of time, but now that we have new textures, I'm not 100% sure if that's going to do it. So we need to go to uncheck the patch itself and then hit OK. And then this is going to create a patch that basically makes it so no matter what armor we're wearing, we can have two swords on our back or whatever. And so I just hit Control and A, and then we hit Apply the script, which I had to install the script myself into this editor. And all you have to do is just find, you just find the Create Dual Sheath Patch, and then bloop. It takes a little bit of time though. So I would assume that while we're doing this, we could probably take a look over the documents to see what exactly is the difference between it. I would really like to increase the tree render range, but just that. But I don't know how to do it without changing every single thing. So I would assume that render range would be under preference. Yep, she's walking better. Not so stiff. Like a couple off weeks ago. Yeah. Well, you would not believe, honestly, how much. I mean, seriously, I'll show you what I mean. So the 3BB body, right? What it actually does is it adds in a bunch of extra bones, including some other things that actually do work. Just gonna say, but these bones are basically, it has 3 breastbones layers, so that you get the best of that. And of course, it's the same with the booty. But not only that, but the calf, all the stuff that should move actually has movement now, so it's more realistic. In comparison to, say, one that doesn't have it. This one's the old physics where the butt and breasts would move, but that's it. Here you can see it's just this whole area moves. So when it moves, it doesn't look, I mean, it definitely looks okay, but it's not you know, it's not the best. You know what I'm talking about. Okay. I also do need to fix all of these. The actual way to fix them is I basically run this, and then I need to turn this off, and then hit build. And then I need to go to this, turn that off. This should make it so we don't have any accidental things being seen. Okay. All right. So, yeah. Okay. So yeah, it makes the game have at least 20 or 30 times more movement than it should, which means if you get into a crowd of people, you can get some FPS droppage. Everything's back to the way it was. So I'm curious though. We got these logs here. So I turned the trees down on this one. I would like to turn up the tree rendering. Let's see. I forgot to look to see as well. Let me see. Maybe I could see Skyrim Special Edition. Make trees render farther. Farther. Further. Wow. To increase tree distance, the distance of tree lot, a cell is 4,996 units. So 7,500 is 18 cells, typically double the number. Trees are large reference, so that is why changing that has no effect. Let's see. This guy says. Instead of doing all that stuff manually, it's saying I can just use this tool, but I'm pretty sure it will rewrite all of this to the point where it's like if I want to have that really crazy render range, if I use it, so I'm gonna basically do this. Copy these. Let me just repaste them over these so we know they work. And then I will run it and see if I'm just going to turn the trees up and hopefully see, like, turn the rendering range up. I'm not going to touch anything else. Just going to leave it as is. Shouldn't mess with anything, hopefully. And so basically we had it set at 4. And this is what I turned up, is I turned all this up so that we could see hella far away. And so if I do save, we can do like a little comparison to see if it actually changed everything else. One of the ways we could tell is it puts these spaces in between. We just want to compare. So first off, audio is missing. This is Skyrim prefs. That's wrong. Okay, animation. Max frame rate count to consist visibility. That's not one we had in there. Oh, this is the old one. I want to go to this one. This is the Skyrim Imp. Old versus new. Yeah, it just has spaces in it, which is good, but you can see that it doesn't have this one. BLOD archive 1 memory isn't there. Oh yeah, it is there. Or is it? Elot Archive Memory 1, yeah. It's just in a different location on this one. Let's see, the Patch BSA. Ours has this. We'll see the old one anyway. Control S. Audio. We want our audio. Control S. Combat. Camera too, huh? Camera. Camera's the same. Combat. Combat looks the same too. Controls. Controls look the same. Decals. Decals. Wow. Okay, we have a lot more decals than that. I don't even know what those do. General. Is general not here, or is it moved to a different location? Yeah, it is. Okay, so display we'd want to go to next. Decals. Make sure our save is the same as well. Decals. Display. Yeah, we need to make these saves. Controls, and then let's see, actor. I think that this actually doesn't have anything to do. Oh, here you go, tree law. That's probably all that we need to change on this thing. We could probably just replace it and just take the tree law here and make sure it's the same. Papyrus, water, tree. Here's the law distance. I don't think we even need to change any of this. I just think we need to take the newer law distance, which this one just says F distance times 1 and nothing else. This one has all these other. Which one is which is the question. I say we do this. We go ahead and I'm sure the patch is done. Let's go ahead and close it. So our patch is done. That should not make it so we don't get any more breakage. And I'm going to go ahead and say it does appear to me that if you use that thing, that it F's everything up, in my opinion. And so what I want to do is I just want to copy these. We'll replace them with the ones we had prior, and then we'll just copy the LOD, the tree LOD, because everything else is good on these. So this one is our current one. This one is the newer one. This is prefs, which we don't want. Yeah, none of this matters. The only thing that matters is the tree LOD. LOD distance here. Where's the LOD? Here it is. This is actually part of it. General, you got the grid cells. Music should be off. Yeah. FPS clamp, no. Grass. We could probably copy the grass as well. Papyrus, Laud, interface, Havoc controls, yes. Grass. Yeah, this is definitely slightly different. It looks like we have a little bit more here. Control V. Oops, that's not what I wanted. We want Control C. And then Control V. Go ahead and separate these because they are getting kind of... It's very difficult to see it. There we go. Bethesda patch, archive, okay, actors, general. We want to do that one as well. Laud makes things way easier to see. Trees. Okay, Control S. And we just need to take the Havoc is fine. Image space. Do we have that? I don't think that matters. It says 0, so interface, I mean. Lighting shader. I don't think any of that matters. Laud distance. This is our laud distance right now. This one just says that we want to get rid of all of this. Wait a minute. That's map menu. Let's go ahead and enter Control S. Good thing I noticed that. So laud distance is fine. The multiplier times 1. Menu, that doesn't matter. Map menu. Papyrus, save game count max 3 trees. It looks like this one has less on it than this one. It looks the same. Yeah. That's weird. Okay, maybe it's in preferences where we're talking about. Control S. Everything looks the same to me here. So that's all fine. Okay. I think we're good. So now we just want to do prefs. Just to make sure. I don't think you can do the same on here because it didn't. Yeah, well, I guess it does do a space. So we'll go through and do that first. So volume. Display. And we have the old one. So if this is, causes us to have the frame rate problem again. Okay. Control S saves it for us. So all we want to find is anything that has to do with trees or laud. If it says laud, grass. Let's check the grass. Let's see. Display. Tree fade difference. I think that's something else as well. Find general. Display. General. Okay. Everything looks the same here. Grass. Grass is definitely different here. This one's 7,000. So ours is actually the current one has a higher number, or does it not? Oh, it does have a higher number. Control C. Okay. That'll give us a better grass interface, which is obviously there's other stuff in this launcher. Laud, here we go. Laud. So this one's 29. This one's only, as you can see, yeah, this is where you want to increase it. So this should just give us that crazy render range. That's actually what we're looking for. Control S. It makes it look a little better. Crosshair is fine. The nav mash, particles, terrain management, terrain manager 1. Does look like we have a different one set here. Trees themselves, 0.40, that's the same. Water, same. I think we're good. This is the one that increased all that. And then we should be okay here with these. So, all right. Okay, sorry about that, you guys. It says there's 2 people watching, which is good. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm letting this sucker grow out. I'm trying to get it to where it'll start just all going to the forward. So I got to get this back section growing just a little bit more. But man, does it want to grow? It wants to grow like this, like just straight out. Really weird. Like honestly, Jack Black has it. Has the same beard looking thing as I got going. Must be our nationalities. Similar, I would say.
Oh, you talk and you lie and you drink all our mead. Now I think it's high time that you lie down and bleed. And so then came clashing and slashing of steel as the brave lass Matilda charged in full of zeal. And the braggart named
I've got a hungry daughter to feed, so selling my... Really? You convinced that lute player to stop chasing me? I'd thank the gods, but I'll settle for thanking you. Here's some coin for your help.
Don't forget to polish those glasses.
Why, thank you.
Oh, yes, Mom. I'll make sure.
Good day.
The security in Whiterun is terrible. Shameful is what it is.
The security here is shameful.
If it's work you need, how about chopping up some wood? Sure thing. It's yours for a day.
None of that matters.
I'll show you to your room, right this way.
You guys can see I haven't actually gotten to this outfit. It has the old physics, I think.
Let me know if there's anything else you need.
Technically,
I enjoy this work well enough, but I'm ready to retire.
she's
I've been
wearing
thinking of
farmer
selling
clothing.
Solda.
and-
Anyway, what do you need? Of course.
Let me actually just to make sure we don't want to. I'm just gonna do that. There we go.
I understand.
I'm gonna give her the actual barkeep.
Excellent. I think you'll be
which
glad that you made this decision.
should be barkeep. She's a barkeeper.
Thank you. I'll be sure to put it to good use.
Okay. There we go.
I think I've got some mugs need scrubbing.
This one is 3BB, as you can see. I can just show you. What the hell? Just comes like walking through the room.
There once was a hero named Ragnar.
You might get your head cracked in, huh? So we got 8, or actually this would be 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, I don't think it matters, honestly. I think we can actually go straight up to Dragon's Reach. I just would rather not fight the dragon during the night, just because it kind of ruins it. So I think sleeping is the best way. Be like a bear bum in a few weeks. Yeah. I'm gonna start looking like somebody from Skyrim.
I work with my mother, sell fruits and vegetables. It's fun most days.
Wanna hear
Sure it is. You bunch of weirdos. Damn freaks.
Keep walking, Sofka. Huh?
Silence, infidels. Yeah, the trees look much better. The Viking look, yeah. My son is a straight Viking, I'll tell you that right now. He's also Slavic. Because my wife is Czechoslovakian. And she's also straight up Norwegian. I mean, I'm talking 6'1", my wife is. My son is taking over that as well. So yeah, you guys can see that it's obviously winter time, or these would be all green. But the trees look a hell of a lot better than what we had before. The Performance Edition, I can clearly see why. Yeah, you can see that because we're running at 144 hertz and we're limiting the game, the performance just... I don't actually understand why it's not tuned this way to begin with. But I mean, Bethesda, I'm going to say it's Bethesda. It's not actually the people involved in the game. Oh, we're supposed to be going up to Dragon's Bridge. Out of the way, Nords. We had been poisoned by that spider, I forgot. I'd be a lot warmer and a lot happier with a belly full of mead. What? Who are you to approach?
We cannot afford to act rashly. My lord, please. This is no time.
What's the meaning of this interruption? Jarl Balgrup is not receiving visitors.
Who's this?
As House Carl, my job is to deal with all dangers that threaten the Jarl or his people. So you have my attention. Now explain yourself. You know about Helgen? The Jarl will want to speak to you personally. Approach.
Hey, look. There's a physics problem right there. You see it? You see his shield is actually underneath him? That's not good.
You were at Helgen. You saw this dragon with your own eyes? By Ismir, Irileth was right. What do you say now, Proventus? Shall we continue to trust in the strength of our walls? Against the dragon?
My lord, we should send troops to Riverwood at once. It's in the most immediate danger.
One of the ways to check if that's... I've seen that glitch before, but the performance of the game was off the hook. So if a shield's floating underneath the guy occasionally, I'm good with it, as long as we get that performance. Like I said, as long as you patch the dual sheath, it's a lot to just have one sword. Let me see. It would actually be under dual sheath. That's actually what causes that problem. Is we probably shouldn't have NPC support, just follower support, and then that should fix. I say should should fix it. Then we want to do a reset.
If that dragon is lurking in the mountain...
I don't remember taking my sword off, but...
The Jarl of Falkreath will view that as a provocation.
Teething
He'll assume we're
problem?
preparing to join Ulfric's side and attack him.
There's
We
an
should
odd...
have.
The way they
I'll
talk,
not stand
there's
idly
an
by while
odd
the
sound
dragon
in it.
burns my hold and slaughters my people. Irileth,
But-
send a detachment to Riverwood at once.
At least I can hear them.
If you'll excuse me, I'll return to my duties.
That would be best. Well done. You sought me out on your own initiative. You've done Whiterun a service, and I won't forget it. Here, take this as a small token of my esteem.
Ranger armor.
There is another thing you could do for me.
Yes?
Suitable for someone of your particular talents, perhaps.
My particular talents.
Come, let's go find Farengar.
My
court
particular
wizard.
talents.
He's been looking into a matter related to these dragons and...
I'm gonna look like a straight bum, I'll just be like, I'll be like this, just have this like ZZ Tops going on. I did install player enhanced animations, which I then am overriding with PCE.
Farengar, I think I found someone who can help you with your dragon project. Go ahead and fill her in with all the details.
So the Jarl thinks you can be of use to me. Oh yes, he must be referring to my research into the dragons. Yes, I could use someone to fetch something for me. Well, when I say fetch, I really mean delve into a dangerous ruin in search of an ancient stone tablet that may or may not actually be there. Straight to the point, eh? Go to Bleak Falls Barrow. Find this the Dragon Stone of Bleak Falls Barrow. You already found it.
It will be looking like
You are
a
cut from
movie
different
on
cloth than
TV
the
in a
usual
few
brutes
months.
the Jarl foists
This is
on
as good as you can get it right here, honestly. I could, if I sacrificed everything else and just went with vision or visual. You know what I mean? If I just
That
went
is
with a
where
visual.
Your job ends and mine begins. The work of the mind, sadly undervalued in Skyrim.
Yeah, if I went with just the visual, then it would just look amazing, but everything else would have to be stock.
You need to come at once. A dragon's been sighted nearby.
A dragon?
You should come too.
A dragon? How exciting. Where was it seen? What was it doing?
I'd take this a bit more seriously if I were you. If a dragon decides to attack Whiterun, I don't know if we can stop it. Let's go.
I don't understand why they walk slower than the player.
You came from the Western Watchtower?
Yes, my lord.
Tell him what you told me. About the dragon.
Oh, that's right. We saw it coming from the south. It was fast. Faster than anything I've ever seen.
What did it do? Is it
It was
attacking the
fast.
Watchtower?
No, my lord. It was just circling overhead when I left.
Just like I have my bladder. It's fast. There we go. All right.
I never ran so fast in my life. I thought it would come after me for sure.
Good work, son. We'll take it from here. Head down to the barracks for some food and rest. You've earned it. Irileth, you'd better gather some guardsmen and get down there.
I've already ordered my men to muster near the main gate.
Good. Don't fail me. There's no time to stand on ceremony, my friend. I need your help again. I want you to go with Irileth and help her fight this dragon. You survived Helgen, so you have more experience with dragons than anyone else here. But I haven't forgotten the service you did for me in retrieving the Dragon Stone for Farengar. As a token of my esteem, I have instructed Avenici that you are now permitted to purchase property in the city. And please, accept this gift from my personal armory.
You should come along. I would very much like to see this dragon.
Nope, you gotta stay here.
I can't afford to risk both of you. I need you here working on ways to defend the city against these dragons.
As you command.
One last thing, Irileth. This isn't a death or glory mission. I need to know what we're dealing with.
She should actually not be carrying her sword. Do we have mixed style? Non-player. Should be okay.
Don't worry, my lord. I'm the very soul of caution.
I think what it actually is, now that I think about it, it's that mixed thing. If you want it to be mixed, it'll pick for you, which honestly it doesn't do a very good job of that. There you go. Bam! I don't think anybody would carry their sword on the side like that unless they were wearing plated armor. You know, because you probably couldn't reach it with the plated armor. You know? But in most movies, anybody would be carrying their sword on their hip, I would assume. So the whole back thing seems much better to me than like this, but I don't know. I bet you it's faster on the hip. Yeah, the physics engine running slower, it works great, but it will eventually start causing me problems, you know, unfortunately. Ninja, huh? Hey, did you see this? You can sprint jump. Like, you're not supposed to be able to just sprint jump. You go run all the way around the other way.
So you're willing to starve your wife and daughter to reclaim some rusty old sword?
Falaborn, give me your money.
Give me your money.
I don't have any money. You better give me 5 seconds right now.
Here's the situation. A dragon is attacking the Western Watchtower.
A dragon?
Now we're in for it. You heard right. I said a dragon. I don't much care where
Say
it
Helgen
came from
got
or
hit by
who
a
sent
dragon.
it. What I do
One of
know
those
is that it's
horrors
made the
come.
mistake of attacking
ready.
Whiterun.
But Housecarl, how can we fight a dragon?
That's a fair question.
This is a
None of us
motley
have ever
crew,
seen a
huh?
dragon before, or expect
We have a
to face
motley
one in
bunch
battle.
here.
But we are
Motley.
allowed to fight it, even if we fail. This dragon is threatening our homes, our families. Could you call yourselves Nords if you ran from this monster? Are you going to let me face this thing alone?
Yep.
No, Housecarl.
But it's more than our honor at stake here. Think of it. The first dragon seen in Skyrim since the last age. The glory of killing it is ours, if you're with me. Now what do you say? Shall we go kill us a dragon?
Yeah.
Damn
Yeah.
right.
Let's move out.
by slowing down my FPS to 60, it's supposed to nullify, they say anyway, it's supposed to nullify, yeah, it's supposed to nullify the havoc, which causes the shield problems and stuff, but honestly, I do believe I know of another reason why it would be like that, and I'm gonna go ahead and fix it before I forget, because it's gonna be a problem here if I don't fix it now. It's literally just an overlaying problem. I'll show you guys. Not that you care, but so it's basically under the. Why is this not deployed? It means that patch wasn't deployed neither. Yeah, we want to we were using the old patch too, because I didn't deploy it afterwards. Oops. My bad. Takes a second for it to do its thing. Look at this. Look how long it is. Anyway, if we go to manage rules, I want to go to the. There is a. We're overwriting. You don't want to overwrite. I think it should be X32 right here. So this is being overwritten by these conflicting files here. These NIF files. They're skeletons, which we want the XP32 to overwrite it. It doesn't really matter, but we just need to find it. So it should be under the SOS, I think, which should be up here somewhere. SOS. 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 Where are you? It should only be a visible one, so SOS. SOS. Not seeing it. Yeah, there it is. We want this to come before. This won't change anything, but what it will do is that skeleton being overwritten by another one. I changed it accidentally, and I remember doing it, and then I was like, it won't matter. And it first thing I noticed was the reason why I changed it back. So if you have a mod overlaying another, sometimes it like the XP32 skeleton is basically what all of the bones are based on. That's how you can do these extra movements and dual swords. So if you don't have that, it's screwed. So you don't really want to overwrite it ever. You want it to be over the top of everything, kind of. There's not too many things that overwrite it except for the SOS mail NPC overhaul. We shouldn't need these because they were the generated ones, which honestly don't work well. Okay, go ahead and start back up. So I'm supposed to go get water. I'm supposed to go get water. Yeah, I'm supposed to get water here in a little bit, but I'm tempted to, because tomorrow I'm going to be finishing the floor in here. Well, technically I'm going to do the closet, probably take a 2 or 3 hour break, and then I'll finish the rest of it. Maybe, or I might just wait. So here's the thing I was telling you, if you run the physics behind that I noticed, is that the saves don't show where you really are. Like it shows a good 20 seconds in delay. I don't know what would cause that, but I do know that if you run it in 144 Havoc, the game runs flawlessly smooth, and everybody's talks a little bit slower. You know what I mean? So if I was to increase it to 144, you would notice that they would start moving a lot faster and talking a lot faster as well. At least the dialogue. There's no breaks in between it. Like, literally, they could just walk straight over there to the tower from here. I guess it's okay, though. Yeah, it's really weird. Whole lot of grass, huh? I didn't know there was a burial site up there. What site is that? What? Oh, you can see Bleak Fall barrows from here? I didn't know that. That's not normally rendered, or I wouldn't see it. Prepare for battle.
No signs of any dragon right now, but it sure looks like he's been here. I know it looks bad. We've got to.
He just took a duty on this tower.
The dragon is still skulking around somewhere. Spread out and look for survivors. We need to know what we're doing.
Western Watchtower.
No, get back. It's still here somewhere. Rocky and Todd just got grabbed when they tried to make a run for it. Kiddereth, save us. Here he comes again.
Where the hell is he coming from? Oh, there he is. Damn bastard! Oh, holy shit!
Damn good shooting, boys. What's happening? Everybody, get back!
Flawless gem, pieces of people. You know, all the things we need.
Soul absorbed. I am all powerful. Unrelenting force learned.
We just need to equip that. Oh, we actually get it for free, huh? Everybody gather around. I'm amazing, I know.
Believe it. You're Dragonborn. In the very oldest tales, back from when there were still dragons in Skyrim, the Dragonborn would slay dragons and steal their power. That's what you did, isn't it? Absorb the dragon's power. There's only one way to find out. Try to shout. According to the old legends, only the Dragonborn can shout without training, the way the dragons do.
Dragonborn? What are you talking
That's right. My grandfather used to tell stories about the Dragonborn. Those born with the dragon blood in them, like old Tiber Septim himself.
I've never heard of Tiber Septim killing any dragons.
There weren't any dragons then, idiot.
I love that part. Hella funny.
Forever. But the old tales tell of the Dragonborn.
The old tales. Listen to me now. Hear me next Thursday.
What do you say, Irileth? You're being awfully quiet. Come on, Irileth. Tell us. Do you believe in this Dragonborn business?
Some of you would be better off keeping quiet than flapping your gums on matters you don't know anything about. Here's a dead dragon, and that's something I definitely understand.
Look, she actually
Now,
looks
no
at the dragon when you have the physics
but I
set.
don't need some mythical
Low.
dragonborn Someone who
Weird.
can put down a dragon is more than enough for me.
You wouldn't understand, Housecarl. You ain't a Nord.
Yeah, you ain't a
Or
Nord.
across Tamriel. I've seen plenty of things just as outlandish as this. I'd advise you all to trust in the strength of your sword over tales and legends.
That was shouting, what you just did. Must be. You really are Dragonborn, then.
Oh yeah, boy. Like this. Oh yeah. That's too funny. Crazy ass smile. Like a psycho. Like, I just killed a dragon. Dragon. Alright, let's go talk to Ricky Ricardo. Where the hell is Dragon? Whoa, this isn't the normal. Whoa, this map's all busted. That's not supposed to do that. I might need to reinstall that. Watchtower. Stable. Have we not been to it? Western Watchtower. I think it should say Dragon's Bridge. Yeah, I don't remember it being like this. We must have busted something. You know what we should do? Do this. We'll do TMM1. There we go. Fixed it. I could have swore that we were there. Didn't we discover it?
Look, you already have been told you're not allowed here. Turn around and go back the way you came.
Yeah, you guys got some stuff coming out your capes.
All we ask is to be
After what happened, you're lucky I don't toss you in jail. I get lost.
Silence, idiots.
This is not over.
You will be back.
We're
You
looking
there.
for someone in Whiterun. A woman. A foreigner. She is likely not using her We are not welcome here in Whiterun.
Yeah, no
so we
shit.
will be in Rorikstead if you learn anything.
Whatever,
If you
nerds.
locate her, find us
Get out of here. We don't want your curved swords. Okay? Curved swords are different.
I work with my
Yeah, there's a physics problem right there. You see it? Oop. That's not good.
Well met, kinsman.
It's okay. That stuff happens when you do this. Like I said, it's totally worth having the just amazing performance compared to if we were to literally, like, if I turn it off, if I bring my frame rate to 100 and to the highest it can, it's not going to. All it does is tax your computer to the point of. If you listen, they talk hella quicker. I was like, did we not discover this place? Because it literally didn't give us the option to come here on the map. Look. Yeah, Dragon's Reach was not there, I don't think. Or maybe it was camouflaged behind it. Oh, yeah, look, it's doing it again. I think what we need to do is I need to turn this off. I think you just hit TMM, I think. No? Let's try TMM2. I don't know if that did it. All map markers shown. Let's see. TMM. Shown. I wonder how we remove it. I think it's TMM0 maybe? There we go. So, you're not supposed to be able to zoom in on this map, which means something's busted on it. it's also still doing the same thing. So I would assume something's busted. Let's go ahead and do it here. TMM1. Okay. Yeah, you're not supposed to see that stuff. So I'm going to say that this is obviously busted. It's not supposed to be like that. It's supposed to actually match up. Yeah. Yeah, something's definitely busted there. I would assume it's... We could figure it out, honestly, by just basically uninstalling the mod and then reinstalling it. Watch, he'll be sitting behind the throne.
Good. You're finally here. The Jarl's been waiting for you.
You heard the summons.
See how much faster they
What
talk?
else could it mean?
Now watch.
The Greybeards.
The Greybeards. So watch, when I do this, he'll actually pause and then speak. It won't be just really quick.
We were just talking about you. My brother needs a word with you.
So what happened at the watchtower? Was the dragon there?
The watchtower was destroyed. Turns out, yeah, we'll start here.
I knew I could count on Irileth, but there must be more to it than that. Dragonborn. What do you know about the Dragonborn? So it's true. The Greybeards really were summoning...
Legends don't burn down villages.
Masters of the way of the voice. The dragon... If you really are Dragonborn...
Thundering sound as you return to Whiterun? That was the voice of the Greybeards, summoning you to High Hrothgar. This hasn't happened in centuries, at least. Not since Tiber Septim himself.
There's something on your face, bro.
When he was still Talos of Almora.
There's something on your face.
What does any of this Nord nonsense have to do with our friend here? Capable as she may be, I don't see any signs of her being this, what?
Look at, she's hella capable.
Why, you puffed up ignorant. These are our sacred traditions that go back to the founding of the First Empire.
Prongar, don't be so hard on Avenici.
I meant no disrespect, of course. It's just that, what do these Greybeards want with her?
That's the Greybeards' business, not ours. Whatever happened when you killed that dragon, it revealed something in you, and the Greybeards heard it. If they think you're Dragonborn, who are we to argue? You'd better get up to High Hrothgar immediately.
I don't know.
There's no refusing
we
the
have enough to
summons
last
of the
till tomorrow?
Greybeards. It's a tremendous honor.
Okay.
I envy you.
I'd say just give it till
Climb
4.
the 7,000 steps again. I made the pilgrimage. You've done a great service for me and my city, Dragonborn. By my right as Jarl, I name you Thane of Whiterun. It's the greatest honor that's within. I assign. I'll also.
Yes.
We are.
You all grovel at my feet. I can go and do things
Go
now in the
to
city
High
and get
I
away with
Jarl
it.
Balgruuf as steward. Splendid. There's a house available right now.
I'll take it.
Wonderful. Here's the key to your new home.
I would like to decorate my home.
I'll be glad to help you. There are many ways to improve your home. And of course, now, what would you like to purchase? Very well.
Even though
I'll
we
make
don't
the
need it.
arrangements. The next time you visit your house, your new furnishings will be in place.
I think we don't even need the
Is there
alchemy
anything
lab.
else you'd like to purchase?
I say we just get rid of it.
Very well.
I don't even use
Is there
alchemy.
anything else you'd like to purchase? Very well. Is there anything else you'd like to purchase? Very well. Is there anything else you'd like to purchase?
Very well.
As you wish.
No.
Speak to me again if you just. I'll be glad. And of course, now, what would you like to purchase?
Replace the child's room. No. Bedroom furnishing.
Very well. Is there anything else you'd like to purchase?
Living room furnishing. Actually, loft decorate. Didn't we
Very
just
well.
buy that?
Is there anything else you'd like to purchase?
There we
Very
go.
well. Is there anything else you'd
No,
like to
stop
purchase?
speaking, please.
Enjoy
We
your
still
visit
have a
to
city
Dragon's
to
Reach.
defend.
Yes,
Stop
Noble.
speaking, weirdo. Straight up psychopath. Psycho. What's up, video? What's up, girl?
The Jarl
Yeah.
has appointed me to be your house, Carl. It's an honor to serve you.
Is it?
Lead the way.
First things first. Yeah, shield support supported. Nice. Sword on the back, correct? Alright, I'm gonna need to... Oops.
Watch it.
my bad. My bad. We want... this. So we want girl heavy armor. Where is that? There it is. Boop. We want to grab... We want to grab this one. It should be everything. Just wait a sec. So we
I'm so
could.
angry, I can hardly stand it. Father promised me a new dress days
Yes,
ago.
my thane?
Now where is it? It takes a while.
Let me see.
You have to be patient.
Where's the dialogue for?
I want my dress right now. Father promised. All you ever do is complain
Need
about
to
what
trade some with you.
It's an honor to serve you.
I'm going to tell Father you said that.
So there's an option missing under follow shit. So it won't allow me to change her clothing unless I use the other mod. But there should be one where it's like it says you know is what it actually says, which is clearly missing here. I can only carry stuff. That's
Let's
weird.
get going then. I'm right behind you.
And it's completely missing. That is weird. Wonder why it's not there, the dialogue. It's okay, we can use this one instead.
Of course.
We will give her custom equipment.
How can I argue with that? Thank you. I'll be sure to put it to good use.
We want to take these ones. That. Give those to her. Yeah, the dialogue should still be here. There's no reason for it to not be here. Let me see here. So that should just equip. She'll still have her shield and everything, hopefully. Okay. There we go. That looks much better.
You lead, I'll follow.
Yeah, I'm kind of tripping on why don't I have the follower mod working. I can get as many followers as I can, but there's no options to see time we part ways. The only one we have is the outfit one. So I'm wondering if I
Let's get
even
going.
have the UFO installed. Go ahead and do a save. Yeah, I think we might have to reinstall it. I think a lot of these mods, I kind of rushed them when I did the installation. It's not even installed. There's why. Look, I didn't even install it. Okay, this will fix it right now. I'm going to nip off, Michael. Nearly my bedtime. We'll catch you again. All right, man. Thanks for coming to the stream. I appreciate it. I'm going to be jumping off here myself here in a little bit, so you won't be missing much. So that explains why that was missing. And then we need to do something with the paper map, which is we're going to go ahead and just do a reinstallation on it, see if it fixes whatever's broken. All right, man. I do appreciate it. Master file missing. Let's see which ones. Oh, yeah. These should all be helping it, so let's check it under the rules. Paper. I have a feeling here what's gone wrong is that this is installed and then we should do, let me see, it should be Uh, it should be. Let's do map. These should be all of the patches. So we're gonna go ahead and reinstall this one. I'm gonna reinstall this one as well. So to make sure that they're overlaid over the top, so that there's nothing wrong with it. We want to save. Okay. And so there should be 2 of those quality maps. Redundant mod. A quality paper. Okay, so this one needs to be reinstalled again. A quality world map. Patch. So there should be 2 of these from what I remember. Maybe I accidentally deleted it. Main files. A quality world map classic roads. A quality. So it is a main file, so I should only need it vivid with flat roads. A quality world map paper. There are no other mods for it. Okay, so I just need the patch. So we need the. So I think it was this one that had the problem. Let's go ahead and do a reinstallation. I think it said it was redundant. A quality. So I think actually we need to reinstall this one. Reinstall that. Update profile. See what happens. It should fix the redundancy. Nope. It's just saying that this is the same as this one. Yeah, it shouldn't be being registered as redundant at all because you got one patching one mod and one patching another, which means something was getting whacked, getting out of whack there. So that should be that. We hopefully have fixed the world map. I'm pretty sure that's going to fix it. Let's go ahead and we will do. Let's see what other ones we haven't installed. These ones don't need to be installed. They actually break the game, which is kind of funny. That's just plugins for modders. This is a Dance for Me mod, which was cool for about 5 minutes until I started realizing it. This is a player home that is more of a photo studio. It's cool, but in-game pictures look much better, so there's no reason to have that installed. Dynamic distance object, we don't want that. It conflicts. This one does expressive face gen morphs, which we already have. That one, fangs, blue eyes. Let's see, this one says force, new idols, behavior. That's the old one. This is the one that can handle a lot more. Okay, so that is something we haven't done in a while, which is to do this and to run loot. Load order should be okay. We have 6 things questioned, or 6 notes, we should say. Graphics object bond, invert remove. I don't know what that means there. Those are the 6, and then of course we have a patch that works much better than the other one, so that should fix that. The finish generator says we have a 54% chance of a crash to desktop with all of these animations, which is somewhere in the 8,000 animation range. But I'm going to go ahead and say we don't use them all at the same time, so this is incorrect. Also, they can be removed because they are just animations. Some of them have ESP files, but most of them do not. You can go ahead and just close that. And then before we do the patch again, to guarantee that things are working properly, we're going to go ahead and check to see if the map is fixed, and then we'll repatch it with the dual sheet patch. We pretty much have the mods that we want running, you know what I mean, right now. We have all the ones that we need. We technically don't even need to do the patch, but just to make sure, I mean, we've already patched the map. So here we go.
Father says I'm too young to train with the sword, so I practice with my fists.
I'm right behind you.
Let's see. You could dress a bit better. Oh, that's not what we wanted. What's up? Hello from Pakistan, huh? There we go.
Still here.
Need to trade something.
It's an honor to serve you.
We should now be able to get her old stuff. Looks like she's missing her shield. Which is fine. She's got a bow, though. I didn't actually... Usually she has the staff of lightning.
You lead, I'll follow.
Let's go ahead and grab her a shield. I think the Nord shield is probably the best. The weapon... We want to go Nord. Let's see. Hi, man. Let's take my innocent soul. I'm good. Sorry for my English. Be a bad guy. We want the Nordic shield. That's not Nord. Oh, I went. Okay. Let's try this again. Okay. So we need to. Let me see here. I want the. That's not it. Dang it! I keep doing that. Skyrim ESM weapons. It actually should be under armor, I think. Yeah. That's why we wouldn't see it under that. So it should be here. We're looking for the Nordic. Yeah, I didn't know that you could get this clothes here. Nordic. We want the Nordic shield. Necklace. Nightingale. I guess it is under weaponry because I'm not seeing shield. Oh, there it is, shields. We got the Orca shield. Did I pass it or something? I think the Nord shield is actually under the update. It would probably be under the Dragonborn, I think. Yeah, that's why it's not there. Okay, it makes sense.
Dragonborn, it is my honor to stand before you.
Dragonborn, it is my honor to stand before you. Let's see. It should be under the Dragonborn, I'm pretty sure. Armor. Let me see. It should be here. There it is. Nordic stuff. We want the Nordic helmet of enchantment. There it is. This isn't the one I remember, though. Take it, though. It should look good. I think the shield I'm actually thinking of is actually in a mod pack. Let's actually check. I am pretty sure the shield would be under... You should start with... this one. Come on, I want to see blood. Oh, you will. The heart one. So this is the L, so it should be here. The shield that we're looking for. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, okay. I was like, yeah, this mod has these heavy shields, and there's one of them that looks really cool. I'm just trying to find it for Lydia. Those are Viking shields. Where is... These are all the replacement shields. It should be here. It should say Nordic shield as well. Light spikes. I guess it's not here. It's fine. We'll give her the...
What's on your mind? It would be my pleasure.
Let's give her the shield, huh? Nod. There we go. Got this ranger armor. I don't know what it is. Okay, let's see what she's wearing now. She's got this. She doesn't have a sword now, which kind of sucks. I think we should give her one of ours. Oh no, she has her stuff. There we go. Okay, nice.
I will protect you with my life.
Damn, look at that size of that sucker. That is humongous. It'll work. We're gonna just send her to the house
Let me know if you
anyway.
have anything you need from me. I'll
It messes up a lot of
guide
the...
you with my life. Yes, my lady?
Watch. This will crack you up. Look. I put this in so she won't say anything negative. It's funny. Let me see. There should be a thing here. Oh, it doesn't matter.
Let's get going then.
Let's check this armor. It works. Yeah. I put a lot of work into trying to make that to actually function properly. All right. Yeah, if you haven't noticed, I was actually having some issues with this.
Alfred, patron of the great clan Battleborn. A name I'm sure you know
Let's get a save in. What's up there? Hello from Russia. Hello. I like jump. Yeah, the jump's pretty cool, huh? It's actually from Skyrim Legendary Edition or Skyrim LE. So you could do that one and then... And of course you could do regular jump or you could do sprint jump. That's how it should be, right? Kill everyone who doesn't respect society, social distancing. Yeah, I like the fact that we have it's called open doors, which means we can just go over there if we want to. Like, we're not stuck here. It looks as good as it can look. Lydia's like, how do I get up there? Alright, let's check our home. What is the mod you install? Is it for the double jumping? Are you talking about sprint jump? Because I use this. It's basically from like 5 mods, and I just made it myself. So I'll show you. It is actually called Finis. This one, and it's basically right here. This is the sprint jump. This is the one-handed sword, and then this does the poses. So we can do, for instance, I can switch the poses to this one, right? And you can do it in game. So it's actually called Finis PC, and as you can see, you could do a couple different ones, right? There's that one. Then there is this one. So I'll show you which ones you use, but you could do either one you want. Yeah, I think it's nice to have your character have its own stuff. So it's Finis PCEA, and you can add your own custom ones to it, which is what I did. So sway, sexy moves. You don't want to use that one. We don't even need this either. But so here's another sway. It's a little faster. Okay, just a little different. But it crush every hour. Every hours. I installed for my Skyrim 200, 300 mods. Yeah. I don't have that many. I think I have 91. I think I found the perfect combination for me personally, because I want a little bit of I want a little bit of this stuff and a little bit of really good graphics, and that's it. I want to also be able to play the game as well. So. But right now, this is probably my favorite pose, because she just basically she looks tough, right? But we're gonna just leave Lydia here.
I will be back at your house if you need me, Thane. Yes, my Thane?
Oh shit. I gotta go back to save. Hold on. Let me go back to... I need to go back before... Let me see here. I need to go back here. Dang, I gotta go all the way back before I fought the dragon? Maybe not, maybe not. This one shows after, so this one's probably... Yeah, we do not want to... so basically, this is... I would have to uninstall the mod and then redo it, but we're going to go ahead and kill the dragon. So... I think this time we're gonna do well. This dual wield. Naruto sprint.
No signs of any dragon right now, but it sure looks like he's been here. I know it looks bad, but we've got to figure out what happened. And if that dragon is still skulking around somewhere. Spread out and look for some... What's the hurry?
No, get back. It's still here somewhere. Crocky and Todd just got grabbed when they tried to make a run for it. Kidder, save us. Here he comes again.
I have Elder Scrolls video card. Oh, that sucks, man. I mean, it's a good card. Yeah, I made these myself. It's a mod I made. Look, they're only 200. Everybody gather around.
That was the hairiest fight I've ever been in.
I can't believe
I've
it.
been in more than
You're
a few.
Dragonborn.
I don't know about this Dragonborn.
In the very oldest
but I'm
tales,
sure glad
back from when
for
there
that.
were still dragons in Skyrim, the Dragonborn would slay dragons and steal their
Know
power.
what happened here.
That's what you did, isn't it? Absorb the dragon's power.
Nope.
There's only one way to find out. Try to shout. According to the old legends, only the Dragonborn can shout without training, the way the dragons do.
Dragonborn? What are you talking about?
That's right. My grandfather used to tell stories about the Dragonborn. Those born with the dragon blood in them. Like old Tiber Septim himself.
I've never heard of Tiber Septim killing any dragons.
There wasn't any dragons back then, you idiot.
Not any dragons then. They're just coming back
That's a
now for
shout.
the first time
Like
in
the greybeards on
forever.
the mountain.
But the old tales tell of the Dragonborn who could kill dragons and steal their power. You must be one.
What do you
Yep.
say, Irleth? You're being
I am Lord. I am a god.
Come on, Irleth. Tell us. Do you believe in this Dragonborn business?
Some of you would be
Hey,
better off
hands
keeping quiet than flapping your gums on matters you don't know anything about. Here's a dead dragon, and that's something I definitely understand. Now we know we can kill them. But I don't need some mythical Dragonborn. Someone who can
This
put
stream
down a
was
dragon is more
must
than enough for me.
the stream was must name to jumping Skyrim.
Cross Tamriel. I've seen plenty of things just as outlandish as this. I'd advise you all to trust in the strength of your sword arm.
Let's see here. We want just one sword.
That was shouting. You just did. Must be. You really are dragon. We taught that dragon not to mess with Whiterun, didn't we? I'm glad you're on our side.
Look at the voices, how they're all
I'm taking
matched up.
command here for the moment.
Except
You
for
head
hers,
back to White-
obviously.
And let the Jarl
It's
know
because
what
I, there we go. I used a command on her. I
Glad
should
you're on our side.
Damn.
Dragonborn or not, that's good enough for me.
Here, check this out, look, watch.
I'm glad you're on our side.
Isn't that funny? It's too funny. Too funny. Yeah, if you want to know, it's actually this right here. It is right here. You can install the poser pack of your choice. Obviously, you can see I got a couple. You'd want to install those separately. And then faces. You see here, got happy 3. Let me go ahead and do 100. And then let's see, everything else should be set up. Immersive hood, super important. All right, we can head back to Dragon's Reach. Yeah, look at Dragon's Reach is like missing. Let's go here. It's okay. It's a glitch. We're having some bugs. Yeah, 300 mods is too much for me.
You're not allowed. Turn around and go back the way you came.
We're causing no trouble. All we ask is to look for her.
I do have to end the stream here.
Now get lost.
We will be back. This is not over. You there.
You there.
We're looking for someone in Whiterun.
We're looking for someone in Whiterun.
Redguard, like us.
Yeah, yeah.
Like we are not welcome
Yes,
here in Whiterun.
we know you're not welcome.
So
Get
we
out
will
of
be
here.
in Rorikstead. You have news of our quarry. If
Silent.
you locate her, find us in
Silent. Buckle up. There we go. Happiness. Spreading happiness.
He who is both man and divine.
Yeah, I'm just going to talk to the Jarl and I gotta end the stream, but I will be on tomorrow night around the same time. So, yeah.
Good. Be careful.
You heard the summons. What else could it mean? The Greybeards.
We were just talking about you.
So what happened at the watchtower? Was the drag... I knew I could count on Irileth. But Dragonborn? What do you know? So it's true. Masters of the way... The drag... If you really are Dragonborn, they can teach you how to use your
That was
gift.
the voice of the Greybeards. Winning you. Hey, Hrothgar. This hasn't happened in centuries.
You've done a great service for me in my city, Dragon. By my right, I assign you Lydia. I'll also notify... We are honored to have
Calm
you
yourself.
as Thane of our
I serve
city,
Jarl
Dragonborn.
Balgruuf as steward. Splendid. There's a house available right now. Wonderful. Here's the key to your new home. I'll be glad to help you.
Yeah, I have to
There are
go
many ways to
get
improve
water
your
at the store with my
home.
wife.
The coin.
Get that,
And of course, don't forget to consult your
gotta
home
take care of
decorating
that,
guide for
right?
descriptions of the decorations you can buy. Now, what would you like to purchase? Very well. Is there anything else you'd like to purchase? Very well. Is there anything else you'd like to purchase? Very well. Is there anything else you'd like to purchase? Very well. Is there anything else you'd like to purchase? Very well. Is there anything else you'd like to purchase? Very well. Is there any... Capable as she may be, I don't see any signs of her
All right.
being this...
The Jarl has appointed me to be your house carl. It's an honor to serve you.
We want to do this.
Lead the way.
And I think we're gonna do the same armor. You go ahead and grab it though. That one. Okay.
Yes, my lady?
And reset her. There she is.
What's on your mind? It would be my pleasure.
Okay. Girl, heavy armor. See here. Boop. Oops. You want that. That. There we go. That works. This shouldn't break her now. There we go.
You lead, I'll follow.
Okay. Yeah, unfortunately I gotta end the stream, so I will just get things back where we were before I broke some stuff.
Your children, your very lives.
Too funny. Break the game. There we go. Alright, so this is where we were. I'm gonna go ahead and do a quick save. And end this sucker. Yeah, if you're interested, this is the mod that helps you to do the double sprint. It's right here. Better jumping. What it does is it allows you to do a sprint jump. And that's it. You just install it through your mod manager of choice. And boop. That's it. Alright. Thanks for watching. And I will catch you guys on the next one. Later.